the talkers.
Well, and I've got that one.
We're live.
Welcome to another episode of Ætherealms, Fortune's Favor, here on Lakeside Legendz. Didn't catch last week. We did have a recap, but
it's very good. You should go watch it. I enjoyed watching it.
I haven't put it up yet.
Yeah.
All I know is
it will be though.
all I fear is like, oh, it'll be like an hour, maybe hour and a half.
It was a little longer than
It was like over 3 hours. I didn't realize how much stuff we had happen.
You
guys were very
It
was fun.
was fun to listen to.
It's still up on Twitch for another week, I think, before it goes
It'll
off.
go up on the YouTube. I just haven't gotten to it yet. Been moving.
Understandable.
Yay.
Awesome. All right. Well, before we get rolling into this next endeavor, let's talk about Geek Grind Coffee.
Geek Grind Coffee. Promo code ICONIC gets you 20% off. Good coffee. I'll say we've been enjoying the pods that we got for Wizard's Miss because they have now expanded to a lot of them that have the pods, which is awesome. But Geek Grind Coffee, they do support 600 women farms in Colombia. They have coffee, tea, shirts, mugs. The artwork's really cool on the t-shirts. They do little crates of little gift packs and stuff, so it's really, really cool. Go check out their site. I mean, yeah, just go check out their site for like the names of the coffee, from like Labyrinth, Wizard's Miss. They have Elven Enlightenment. But if you use the promo code of ICONIC, it gets you 20% off and it helps the stream. So get your orders in, help us out, and get some really good coffee or tea or some cool shirts in the process. So, yay, Geek Grind Coffee.
Have coffee in one hand in a Geek Grind Coffee mug, tea in the other hand in a Geek Grind Coffee mug, wearing the Geek Grind Coffee shirt, chug chug.
Exactly.
It's like,
I think that
all I know is that
perfect location.
I love coffee, but that Wizard's Miss, it is so good.
Yeah, it's like his all-time favorite.
I think it's my favorite coffee of all. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
It's got this like nutty.
So just like terrifying right now.
Well, I'm trying to set the tone.
Coffee, guys.
So get your coffee.
Geek Grind Coffee, buy it or else. We'll get ya. We know where you live.
Valentine's coming up. If you're someone that likes tea or coffee, go to Geek Grind.
And fake holidays.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
But yeah, geekgrindcoffee.com, promo code ICONIC. Back to you.
All right. Not me. Let's take it to lore. Let's talk about Lakeside Legendz.
Hi everyone. If you didn't know, you're at Lakeside Legendz, where we stream fairy tale, fantasy, storytelling stuff. Right now, we're going to be playing a tabletop RPG game. Yay! All of our previous VODs are up on our website as well as on YouTube. You can find everything on our website. Follow our social media. I think we don't have a link to our Discord yet on there. It just occurred to me, so that will be something I do along with everything else. So go to our website. You can find almost everything there. And then come join us on our Discord for nerdy chat.
Our fun nerdy chat. It's great.
Yeah.
All the Lord of the Rings memes.
Yeah.
All the Lord of the Rings. Yep.
We branch out every once in a while, but that seems to be our favorite.
It's
I try.
mine.
I do post random other things in the general.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Alright.
it.
But yay!
Awesome.
We want to know what's
I know.
going to happen. It's been such a long break.
I'm super stressed out.
We all are.
So
Bring it on.
the other thing, just to, for those watching out there too, is that over this break that we had right before the holiday season, we've converted over into more of a 5e homebrew. So this system is built on a 5e chassis with a couple things in there just because I want it there. But a lot more elements of 5e. So that had to actually require a complete redesign of the character sheets and such that's out there. We use a system called Foundry Virtual Tabletop and a system called Sandbox, which I thoroughly love because you could build anything in it. But I had to get all that converted over in there. They have a 5e version, so if anybody's interested in one out there, it's a pretty good 5e built-in system that's out there. However, because of the homebrew, I had to piece some stuff in there on my own. So if anybody runs into hey, where's this at, or that type of thing, you hear that, that's because everybody's got new sheets. They're trying to find things and figure things out, and so that we're just working through that. And once we get the kinks worked out, after a few sessions, we should be in full steam ahead.
No train pun intended.
Yeah, there. I was like,
Ow.
yeah. Yeah.
Hoot.
Yeah. Okay.
So, are we getting a little recap before we?
Yeah, should only
Oh.
take like 1.5 minutes.
Yeah.
Technically gave the recap last week. Go right.
Yes. So
That's
last
true.
session, so if you're watching this, like, oh no, you could like simulcast because it's on the other one too, I guess maybe, and catch up on that one out there too. But crew of Taiki's Fortune are on a train where they had suddenly came to a dead stop as creatures were turning the metal on the
Train.
railroad tracks into rust and eating it and such. And so the tracks themselves have been destroyed just where the train is stopped at. While they were able to get rid of the creatures, then quickly the train itself was assaulted by some gobs, or as the common vernacular, goblins, that came down from from being tethered onto the cavern wall down to the train sides and were trying to break in. The crew quickly turned their attention to that group and were engaging them, only to find that there was also down 100 feet below where the tracks are, as they're over water. There was a boat and some gobs there that were had harpoon-like weaponry that shot to the side of the trains, creating a way to send what turned out to be these bags down to the boats. But Cattell was able to teleport a bag onto the train top, where they found that inside the bags actually were gobs that had strange device contraptions around their mouths that looked to be administering some sort of a sleeping agent to them to keep them pacified. When they went into the train itself, the train car itself, the secretive train car that they had encountered earlier, they found that there were many gobs that were being held within the car. After a quick confrontation with some guards who were guarding the cash car and some confusion in that space out there, and a quick Belmy and chill moment, they were able to
Yes,
I want that on a t-shirt.
I do too.
Needs
Tell me
a
and
t-shirt.
chill.
they were just starting to try to kind of decipher, figure what's going on in this place. Lexi's trying to open up the contraption on one of the mouth guards on one of the gobs, when an individual opened the door to the opposite end of the car, a gentleman in a blue coat, which was alluded to earlier as being involved in the capture of the gobs. And he was like, oh, now isn't this interesting? That's where we're going to start. So let's get into character.
And we're back.
All right.
Because this gives me a second to fix
So I also have a
this.
picture of the blue coat there, just so when I say blue coat, that's what I'm talking about.
I wonder if the coat makes him look younger. That's a very...
Makes him look younger. It's a coat of youth.
It's very push, and therefore has to go with all the latest fashion styles and all
All
that.
right, so let me go to
And if
that
you,
so they can see.
Right click on his face, it should pop it up larger too. So if you want to see a bigger picture.
It does.
No, it
Ugh,
doesn't.
I don't like him.
Come
This
on.
guy looks like he knows what cruelty is and enjoys it.
Yeah, right clicking on his face is not making it bigger. All right.
What?
It
It's
did
not
for me.
Not for me, yeah.
right clicking on it.
Yep. It did a little circle, but nothing happened, so no big deal.
Oh, give it a moment. It took a moment for it to pop up for me.
Yeah. Let's give it a second. All right. So, Cattell, you said you wanted to say something to the guard prior to this. So,
Well, I'm assuming that I hear this entrance because it's not like we're okay. So the guard and I are in a little. What are those things called? The little room with some goblins in it because I took them over to show him.
side room.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're actually the same size as your cars. They've just been stripped out of the beds and such, and they've got these containment things inside them.
Okay, so when I hear this guy outside of where we are, I'm going to turn to him. People like us are faced with opposition every day. And every day we are forced to choose which side of that opposition we will stand. Will you be the pawn of self-important men who think themselves above the law and all moral thought, or will you be the hero to those who become victims of their selfishness? And I'm going to look him really hard in the eye. Right is universal. And I hope things are not so different between here and home. The man I most admire is in a similar position to you. I know what he would choose. Today we've all made mistakes, and I don't want to make another.
So he turns and looks at the gobs that you were showing him, looks back at you, and with a facial expression of just confusion, he's like, I had no idea. This is beyond wrong.
Whoever's out there, one of the goblins mentioned a man in a blue coat, or people in a blue coat. If it's an organization, they are going to have silver tongues among them. He's going to turn this around and make it look like something ethical.
I don't see how.
You'd be surprised at what they think they can get away with. I don't think I should go out there. So, I'll back you up.
Let's give him a minute just to see what he has to say. He may not know we're in here.
And I'm just gonna wait there with him and try to overhear what's going on.
So out in the car. So let's see. Lexi's out of the way. Tell's out of the way. Everybody else is in the hall, so to speak.
Yeah, or at least I am.
Bellamy is, because he did his Bellamy and chill, so he would still be in the hall.
Yep.
There's a lot of
Bonus.
guards laying around on the ground around you.
They're stabilized.
I'm grabbing my gun back.
Yes, they're all
By the
okay.
way.
They're not dead.
I'm getting my
They're
gun.
out. They're down.
Grabbing my gun back from the useless guards.
I would like to start. I think I already did this. I did last game session. I think Lorna was not healing them with magic, but at least stabilizing them.
Yeah. So they were all.
I thought one of them we at least woke up.
That's the one that Cattell's talking to.
Oh, okay.
My new buddy.
His name's Gary.
That's my uncle's name.
There you go. He looks just like him too.
White character.
Alrighty. So
so that whole conversation was taking place while, like, so you can engage because you don't know that Cattell and the guard are talking right now. That's what's happening over there.
I believe last session I had rolled to already get the thing off. I don't know if you need me to roll again to
Didn't you roll double ones?
No, I did
I'm
not.
pretty sure double 20.
I did actually a really good roll of
She
getting
did, she
off,
did
so
really, really good.
but
It wasn't a nat 20. But
it was not a nat
still
20.
Very
Good,
good.
though.
but it was good.
All right. I need you to give me a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving. Okay, so where in the world do I do a wisdom saving throw?
Attributes. The little die next to wisdom.
Attributes. That's it. I'm used to the drop down from before. Okay, so I just roll the dice next to it. Okay, so I click that. And just standard.
Mm-hmm.
Did it roll?
Yeah.
Okay.
Saw something.
I don't know why it's not popping up here, but yeah, I saw it. It was a 6.
I didn't see it.
I didn't click on the page fast enough. Sorry.
All right.
It was a 6. I saw it. but I
It
don't
was
know
a
what
6. I know. I don't know why.
modifiers you have with it.
That's what I got. All
So
right, you take.
So my roll from last thing doesn't matter?
Yes.
It does matter, but this is a side effect of
The
you
side effect. You take
Aw.
5
unleashing the
Ah.
gas within the room.
No, you take 5
Oh.
stress as it clicks and it comes loose and you hear a chi and the whole gob's
Don't-
bottom face just pops off and falls out.
Are you freaking kidding me?
Oh! Oh!
That was holding his jaw on? Or
What
wait, okay.
saw craziness is
so
this?
so wait, so
This is messed up.
okay.
Ah!
So I do it. Did it sound like the mechanism did something to rip it off, or what? What?
Yes. Yeah.
It's got anti-tampering. This.
I rolled really damn good.
Oh,
Before.
no, you got it off.
I know, but it hurt
It
him.
didn't rip his jaw. Like it couldn't come off without his jaw.
No,
She
he's.
has to look at the device. She unlocked it.
So you don't know. Look at the device.
I am. As I'm like trying not to hack.
Oh.
I understood it. Like she did something bad and it ripped his
Yeah.
jaw.
As you click it, because it was in the back, and you clicked it, and it click, and you hear a cracking, popping noise, and then it just kind of snaps open and just rips the jaw.
Is the blue coat just like standing there watching this?
No, I'm in a side room.
Yes.
I was in a
Very
side
close
room.
before he walked in.
Okay.
We're just finishing that up.
Oh my god.
So you take 5 stress. So put that on your
And where do I do that at?
That
Oh my
would,
God.
that would be
Action.
stressful.
Yes, it
But
would.
not the buttons. You just add 5 stress to whatever you
Yeah.
already have.
Oh my
So
god.
under actions,
I
take
see
stress.
health under health.
Yep. And
So-
then just add
Click it up.
5. Yep.
Oh my god, I already had stress before.
I'm
We all
stressed
have
out.
stress.
I'm
Okay.
stressed out.
Oh my gosh, I'm almost completely maxed on stress.
I'm
Yeah,
not
and
done
then-
yet though.
And then you'll
Oh,
hit the button, and then
no!
you'll it's oh
That's part 1. Part 2, I have to check your sheet because I gotta see what you are.
no.
What's
All right,
it's
you
gonna
need
do?
to
That's
do
just
a
part 1. What about 2 through 10?
I know.
Constitution save now.
Why?
As when it pops open, that stuff that was pacifying it.
Okay, that's what I feared was going to
Push into the room.
happen in the first place. Not a jaw being like ripped off. Okay, so wait, what am I looking for now? What'd you say? Constitution? Okay.
Yep, Constitution save.
Okay. I didn't see that
Okay.
roll either.
It's a 15. Try refreshing your screen, just because they're not. I can see your rolls, but they're not popping up for some reason. So
What's
Okay.
your con modifier?
Okay. And
she's
that's-
good. She passed it just with the roll.
All right, let me go to character chat because that's going to just
think
pop
Lexi
all
has a
kinds of
decent
weird
con
stuff now
modifier.
until I get everything all reset.
All right, so the gas gets in here, and you're like, but the shock actually, whatever drowsy effect that was going to kick in on you, pretty much just washed away when you're like, as blood splattered all over the wall of the cart, the thing just thumps over dead.
Okay, it's like it completely kicked me out totally. Now it's when me like logging in and all kinds of stuff with
That's
passwords.
what I was thinking was going on, just because it was acting
Yeah,
like that. I was like, I
okay.
don't think you were really there.
But I had all rolled and you were rolling and you guys were all testing your dice and stuff. So okay, I'm getting logged in.
You're only here spiritually. You weren't here physically.
Oh, well that.
All right, so that's there.
Okay.
Now, out in the hallway. So as he's saying this, that pops. So you hear kind of like a little clicky pop noise coming out from one of the side rooms. But you're not near that room so you don't haven't registered what it is. 'Cause I don't know if Lexi screamed out or anything.
I'm lucky. I'm not like totally just puking with just the jaw falling off.
Okay, so you do hear that.
Ugh.
And
Yeah, I'm not
this,
happy.
This individual who's standing here, kind of cocks his head with just disdain, looks, and then turns his head back to the rest of you. Little
Hearing
concern.
Lexi shout like that, I'd start moving towards her.
Mine's probably like, what the hell?
I
Yeah.
know that's towards the sky, so
Yeah.
I'm going to be like pretty much running towards her to find out probably limping at this point, but quickly
And,
limping.
I also believe I was standing.
You were in the
No, I
doorway.
was not.
You said you
yes,
were-
I was in the doorway.
You were in the
That's
doorway.
right.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, he was in the doorway of the room that I'm in with
If
the.
that's the case, then it would be the stutter step forward and watching Dodger am I needed? What's going on?
Yeah, because we had the one gob that was we could kind of question
while you were helping the guards out.
Yeah, because we
So
had the
while
one
you
that
were
we
trying to get-
questioned, and I had the one that I was working on.
So
That I just basically destroyed the jaw of. That
I'm
makes me want to
gonna
cry.
kind of turn my torso like 45 degrees and kind of look in at the horror of what just happened in the car
Yeah.
and just all right, what's your business here? And while I'm turning towards that 45-degree angle, gesturing back at me, I'm going to gesture surreptitiously for Lorna to approach and see what's going on, because I have nothing that I can do in there. But I can talk to this guy.
With that, I'm dashing in into that room, and I'm gonna kick the door shut.
So you're in
what's
with
your
me?
business here?
So this is all going on, he's like just kind of looks. And he reaches in his pocket, pulls out this little pocket watch, and flicks it open. Looks back in.
I guess Cedric's just left in the hall then with this guy.
Bellmy's
It's you,
there, too.
Bellmy,
So is
and
Dodger.
With
and
Bellmy.
Dodger.
Bellmy. Yeah.
Okay.
Lorna just wanted to put that door protection-wise between him and Lexi at this point. And I'm going to immediately be trying to figure out if I can help.
That's I'm like, oh my gosh, Lorna, what did I do?
He's been reverse bear trapped. I don't think there's help there.
Well, I'm like, oh.
Magic?
I mean, fair.
You don't have that kind of magic.
Reattach it.
Oof.
I'll heal that piece or that piece maybe,
Okay,
or this one
before
over
they
here.
get into totally going off on this guy.
Is this guy at least still passed
is
out from the
Is
drugs?
the goblin awake? Is he in pain?
The one that, because you healed him.
Yeah, the
That
one that
guy.
we
The one that you
questioned.
had captured, you actually healed him
No,
before you even.
I'm in the room with Lexi. That's the room across the hall. Cattell and the guard are with the other goblin in the other room.
We're asking about the one that we just basically
The one
destroyed
that's
the
missing his
jaw.
jaw.
Is he
He's dead.
like he's dead?
Dead. Like, yeah, it's the jaw, but it's like, and everything that kind of was connected to it all just kind of exploded out.
I'm gonna grab Lexi and move Lexi as far away from the body as I can, and
God.
just turn her towards just do the whole sit her down on the floor, but turning her away as much as I can, and just once I get her there, I'm gonna just sit down and just sit there, just holding her while.
Yeah,
she's
I'm like
making
not happy.
No, I don't even think Lorna would say anything at this point.
Ooh.
There's nothing she can say. So.
Oh my
yeah,
god, I got tears in my eyes.
And watching the door and listening to what's happening outside.
How's the goblin friend in there handling this? That he just saw me do this.
He's not in the same room.
That's the one Cattell
Different
took.
room.
Okay,
This
okay.
This is the one that had the bag that I scooted in.
Okay. I didn't know if the one that had been talking to was in there with me. Okay.
But he's not there.
Okay.
Okay.
So, Gov, you gotta answer my question. What's your business here?
I'm merely looking into what's going on with our property.
Oh, so this is your property, and I'm gonna look back and realize that all the guards are the guard that was left standing is not in the hallway.
Yeah, he's not there.
Nope.
Bellamy will wave at you.
He's still chilling in the hallway.
So this is your property, people.
Not my personal property, but my proprietor's property. Yes.
Huh. Interesting. Well, I'm just kind of look back at my friends that are still in the hallway with a slight look in my eye of help.
Yeah, Bellamy will come over.
Cedric
Now-
is pretty stuck still.
Now, this is your property, but there are folks here, and they're kind of messed up. So, what's going on?
I'm sorry for the confusion. The creatures that you encountered, that is what I'm referring to as our property.
Right, and they're pretty messed up. So, what are y'all trying to pull?
Well, it's completely understandable. They've been experimented on.
All right, and what are y'all hoping to find? I mean, these are intelligent creatures. So you can't be. I mean, it's kind of messed up, right?
Well, it's all in the spirit of science.
I give a meaningful look at the guard that I was talking to earlier.
You see, he's kind of like thumbing his gun, like his face is saying, he's like, I can't believe I'm hearing this. Like,
I'm going to reach into my little pocket and pull out. I should have at least 50 feet of rope. Are we doing standard equipment that?
oh, from like 5, yeah, whatever you had though, that's been used or way back when. That was first level equipment.
Right, but I would probably have my 50 feet of hemp rope. No?
I mean, Dodger
To be
probably
fair, we
still
probably
does have
wouldn't
his
have
50
it on.
Dodger
feet
has
of
rope. Dodger has rope.
Yeah, I've,
Lorna does as well, or I did.
But we wouldn't have it on us. We were on a train.
Dodger
Yeah.
would.
You would?
Dodger
Okay.
would, because
Well,
I did
Cattell
state that I
is a
took
different
all of
story,
my
but-
stuff before going to the
Well,
Well, I
front of
just
the
don't know
train.
why Cattell would have used her rope until this point.
Mine's not in
Who
my house,
knows?
so
Because
don't worry
for
either.
like a while she was on the airship just doing her thing, and who knows? Never was really needed. It's not on your sheet. You don't got it.
Okay, in that case, I do have a question because I had specific rope from Faye.
Also, I think my weapons are wrong.
You talk about your weapons are wrong. You making that up?
We had like a 2-hour conversation that eventually settled on the 3 weapons, and I wrote it like 3 times in the chat.
Yeah, I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, and the one you lost.
Oh wait, was my rope the one we learned? You
I'm gonna
tie up the
put
goblin,
this in the
guys?
Discord where the actual conversation.
I
think
think
that's what we used to
so.
That's my rope's tying up the goblin. You can just untie him. It's good
Yeah.
Faye
That's
rope.
true. Yeah,
Faye.
you used yours for the guy.
How
Yeah.
long-
Spider silk.
How long
50
is
feet.
it?
It's 50 feet.
50 feet is spider
But
silk.
we're 100 feet up.
Oh,
I would need another.
Yeah, we are 100
thing
feet.
of rope.
there's
Well,
still
remember,
the harpoon
well, I mean,
thing.
if you're looking as far as getting down, they are connected still to the side
The
of the train.
harpooned ropes that
Okay,
the
okay, okay.
gobs
You are in
did.
the room
Yeah.
where there's the
Please
hole
hold on. I'm going
with the
to,
zip line.
Right.
I'm going to untie the goblin, and I'm going to gesture for him to start. We're gonna get
Go,
out,
go, go.
try to get these guys out.
Lexi starts to make any sound. My hand goes over her mouth
Okay.
and just quieting her because I'm trying to hear and whispering in her ear just random
Just
stuff.
like,
just
shh, it's okay.
trying to pretty much.
Don't
It's really
lose it.
not.
Don't lose it.
All right. So the guy, he stops, he pauses because he's not sure whether to go or to stay, and then decides to go. Like, very concerned look, like he doesn't like. All right, so he's going. Then he grabs the rope and he starts to make his way down.
I thought you meant the guy in the blue coat. I was so confused.
Yeah.
The goblin.
Never mind. Bye.
Deuces, bye.
So I'm gonna try and like do some kind of like rock climbing sort of tie and try to get these guys with the goblin's help, maybe the guards help if he's so inclined to.
The goblin himself actually he has clamped devices because
But
that's what they
there
were.
So with whatever we have, I want to try and get the goblins who are in here down. I don't. How many were in there besides the one that we?
There's just 2 plus the one that was awake.
Okay, so I'm gonna try and I'm gonna start. If I have
Well,
to.
if you're trying to do that, then the gob will stay to help with it as well.
Okay.
Because they had equipment to get them down.
Okay, so yeah, that's my goal. And then once we finish here, I'm gonna swing out, try to get through, maybe see if I can get through the window on the next one, the next room. And just however if I can't get in, I'll figure something else out.
All right, so as you're doing that, Lexi, Lorna, back in that room, still.
She's keeping me from freaking out. I'm like, that does not sit right.
How many goblins were in their room?
2 plus the one that was awake. So 2 in the contraptions, 1 that was just tied up.
There's
I thought that was with me.
Oh, in the other room?
My
So,
room.
in
Oh, you haven't got to the next
Lexi
room
and
yet.
Lorna's
Yeah.
room.
Oh, in their room?
Yeah.
It was 1, and then the other one was that one that you had, that you teleported.
Okay.
Lexi's still freaking out, or is Lexi calm enough for me to step
Well, you're
away?
telling me to be quiet, and I'm just kind of just sitting there like, okay.
Okay.
I can chill.
Yeah. I'm going to just I'll be right back. Just stay facing this way. And then I'm going to go and I hate doing this with the sweat. Yeah. Take the jaw and set it into the bag with the one that was. Or is he in a bag, or he was on the bed, wasn't he?
He was on the bed tied up.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm going to, if Lexi hadn't untied him, real fast, just cut the binds that bound him, set the jaw, and then put a blanket or something over him. And then, and then just go to the door and stand there ready to swing it open and do whatever. Because the window we're at is open as well, right? But there's nothing to get out of at that point.
No, there's not. Yeah, so there was they had steel plates over the windows, and that's what they were crowbarring off. They pried them open so they could get to the windows. So now it's open.
Oh,
Wynn's
okay.
with you.
Yeah.
Wynn's with me.
Wynn's like, sticking his, chilling me out.
Yeah.
Go to a happy place, Lexi.
I'm just gonna whisper to Wynn, watch the window. Let me know if anything moves. And then I'll go back to the door. One eye on Lexi, but listening at the door. Kind of like attention in 3 different locations kind of thing.
Okay. Back in the hallway.
So you're a man of science, yeah? Isn't that right, Gov? What kind of sciencey, alchemical experiments you doing on these folk? I'm curious.
Eugenics.
Interesting. There's just a slight twitch to Dodger. Interesting. All right. And so far, like I said, I'm very, very curious. What have you learned so far? I mean, I may not sound like it, but I fancy myself as a very educated man, and like Bellamy would be able to understand that this is very not like Dodger normally.
Bellamy has taken a step forward to sort of put himself in between you and this blue coat, and he's just waiting to hold you back or something, because this line of talking and questioning is kind of weird from Dodger. So I'm just ready to hold you back.
Cedric's weight has shifted forward slightly, as if he's ready to spring.
Now I gotta go back to the question that you asked. You don't have to give the whole line, but what was the specific question so I can answer? Because I had one in my head, but then I was listening to.
What have you learned so far?
Oh yes. I'm certain any discoveries we've made are well beyond your intellectual capacity, but rest assured, we have made some significant breakthroughs. And plan to do. And he cocks his head. You're tampering with them. Well, now that just spoils the bunch. And he reaches into his coat, and he has this little device.
Really tensed up here.
Eldritch Blast.
Ooh.
Go for it.
Nope. Nope. Just no. I was gonna try and sweet talk you and try to get on your quote unquote side just to get more information out of you, but no, you had to do the thing.
You just said no. We'll have none of that. No, thank you, sir. Okay, so your Eldritch Blast.
Okay, and I don't have any benefits to this. I don't think. I think it's just what it is. I don't need to add anything. So let's see what happens. That was bloody terrible.
Okay. Well, you missed. All right, so you blast it out. Just a new thing for you for those in the hall out of Dodger.
Yeah, it's been like this the whole time.
Does it make
How's
a
it look?
sound?
Yeah. Give us the effect of this. It's yours. What does this look like?
So a ball of greenish flame shows up in his hand and just gets shot forward of just and just goes soaring in his general direction, and because it's new and it was instinctual of just no.
Yeah, he just
rips
it out.
New.
Yeah.
So if I notice this green
you don't
flash,
notice it because you're preoccupied with other stuff right now. So you
I wouldn't see like a green flash. Okay, if I heard something.
You heard it, but by the time you what was that? It's already happened.
Okay, well, I'm gonna nod at the guard. See, go check it out.
All right, so he starts. He's making his way out. Kind of blocks you a little bit as you get to the next room. He starts heading down. You missed. Hits the I mean, it's close. It wasn't like it's like you hit the roof or something. But blast next to him. He kind of turns, and he flicks something in his hand. So
is it the hand with the watch?
No, he put that away.
Okay.
Device.
A device of some sort. You can tell as you're getting to the next room, you see there's some gobs there with those contraptions. Their heads explode. Just, and you start hearing these popping noises.
Door flies open, and I'm charging right at the man in the blue coat.
Cedric is already in motion.
Yep.
All right.
And
I think we're rolling initiative.
Yes, we are.
That's what I thought.
Ding, 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 ding.
All right. Where do we roll it? Let's see.
In
Actions. There it is.
Wait,
Let's
how
see.
do we select our
Actions.
character again? How do we select our character again? Oh, there we go.
Double click on your token, and you should pop right into him.
Oh no,
On the
I was
screen?
in my character sheet. I was just trying because you want to.
Oh, it's under actions is where initiative is.
No,
Although,
you like us to select our character, so that when we roll, it goes on to the initiative tracker. That's what I was asking.
Oh, you don't have to worry about that. I turned
Oh,
that stuff's
okay.
not here anymore. Sorry. There you go. Okay, so Bellamy.
It almost was good.
It almost.
So
I guess
I
I'll
have a
roll
door
for
in the
one
way.
too. Oh, that's funny. Wynn goes first. She's on your shoulders. Actually, she stayed at the window because that's where you told her to stay there and watch. So that's where she's at. So she's not
Thanks,
even out there.
bud.
Good job, then.
Good job, Lynn.
You got
Following
it.
orders.
I
Hey,
think
take it when you can get it.
Bellamy was in the middle of holding Dodger back with one hand and sort of had his other hand, like, he's trying to quell any combat here, but looks like we jumped the gun. So Bellamy is going to shoot off an etheric surge.
Etheric surge.
Etheric surge. So what does this look like?
It is a blast of I'd say mostly tan energy, but it's multicolored, and you can hear the screaming of hundreds of voices from far away sort of echo out of this blast as he fires it.
I mean, you got some splaining to do.
I don't have that sound effect. I'm like, whoa.
Heads are exploding, and now I hear that.
All right, so yeah, you hear these like screams, these blasts out there,
It could be
and
joyful screaming.
It could be
no,
joyful
the-
sounds.
this guy doesn't move, and he just hits him dead center and goes right through him.
Bellamy's gonna
That's
look
not
at
good.
him, look back at Dodger, and kind of raise his eyebrows, and yeah, I mean that's all I got. So,
Cattell, you're up.
Okay.
Now you're more hearing all of this versus seeing it because you're getting the effect of what just happened as these gobs just got killed.
Yeah, we know. You don't have to repeat. We're good.
So it's a bonus action to summon my lance, right?
Mhm.
Okay. When I summon it this time, it's the 2-part in both my hands, and I will step out. And where is my how far away is this guy from where I am?
Probably about 60 feet or so.
60 feet.
Yeah.
Okay, well then I'm going to just start walking towards him my 35 feet. And I'm going to throw one of my spears at him.
Okay.
Which one do I use?
The one that says
Or...
the short ones, yeah.
Okay.
So you fling it down, and it like as it flies past Cedric, Dodger, Bellamy, it's just, and right where his shoulder was, and just flies right through.
So he's not really there. Can I get a beat on what that means? Like, am I thinking along the right lines that he's not actually tangible, or does it look like he's using some kind of magic?
Definitely have a beat on the first part, because you're like, I hit him. I know I hit him. It went right through. The cause of that at this point, you're not certain.
Coward.
It's not my turn to react yet, but oh, I will. All right. The guard, he fires a shot. So just on cue, he's like pulls up his
Knowing our
rifle.
luck, he's gonna hit
Gunning
somebody
guy.
else in our group.
Yes.
He hits Lorna as she comes out the door.
Yeah, Lorna's like, come on, man.
Just splits the flame in Dodger's hair and misses everyone. Bro.
Yeah. He has to do his roll. No, he missed. Rolled a 3.
Of
Why
course.
is that not rolling
Bro.
publicly? I rolled a 3. I can't help it. All All right, so he shoots and does not hit.
I mean, this
Lexi.
just continues the trope of the fact that these guards are stormtroopers and can't hit anything. Just saying.
Except for Lorna. They hit Lorna
Except
quite
for
well.
Lorna.
They hit her quite well. Just gonna say.
Lexi.
So I'm assuming I hear this stuff, and I heard heads exploding, and I heard weird voices
Well, you just heard
now.
popping. You didn't know what was.
Well, she had
popping.
one. She had one in there with her, right?
Oh,
It wasn't
okay.
already.
Oh.
Well, there
that's
was
a good
one,
question.
and then there was a second one, right?
No. She only had 2 in that room. One was let loose. One was in the bag.
One's the one that got pulled up into your room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I only had the
Oh.
one left with me,
'Cause you
and that
can't
was the
put
one
it in
I
the room.
hurt.
Okay.
Of course, I thought there was another one with me, but
So she didn't see any head explosions.
no, just the one that I destroyed.
Yeah.
So
Good question. Did it destroy?
that's
No, it's laying in. It's just laying there in pieces.
No, I mean I put it on the bed and.
Or yeah, it's on the bed, but it's not.
yeah. I
not
didn't hear the mechanism do any weird sound with whatever. Okay. Okay.
Means we have time to examine.
So I am. I don't know what I would do. I guess I'll kind of get up and I'm going to peek in the hall so I can take in what's actually going down because I haven't seen any of this, and I'll hold my attack.
Okay.
I just want to. So if I do
Roger.
hold my attack, would I be able to eventually do something? Since
You
I just
can-
peeked.
You can ready it, but you'll need to declare what the trigger is of what you're waiting for.
Okay. I'm waiting for if whatever I think is attacking us or doing something to us, if I see them doing anything, that's who I'm going after.
Okay. So if they act, you are going to what?
I'm going to blast them. Because I don't know things are going through them at this point. So I would
Okay.
do it electric zap to him.
It's electric. Dun, 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 dun. Okay.
That's
How'd
so
you do
not
that?
appropriate.
I know.
How far away am I from?
You're not very far from him at all. I would say you're probably 10, 15 feet from him.
10, 15 feet.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm seeing these hits go right through this guy is telling me he's pretty powerful, right? And so I kind of pull out my sword and look down at myself and just go, oh, I really wish I'd gotten some armor in town. And just, and with that sigh, steam comes out of his mouth and crystallizes around him, and I'm casting Armor of Agathis. Right?
I like that.
Action.
An Eldritch
I like
Knight
that.
on our hands.
All right. So that is that's one spell slot gone.
Mhm. So what is that? How's that look when it forms on him?
So it kind of, the mist comes out of his mouth and goes into a kind of bluish wet flame around his body and just kind of flickers like a blue flame in a kind of general like leather armor pattern
Cool.
on his body, and he's just like, oh this is
You notice
new.
too, like each time these things,
Alright.
your sword like pulses. It's like pulses each time. Like when you're doing, like every time you're like these reactions, like pulses. So like it's almost like you're in sync with it now and tapping into all sorts of new tricks.
all right, this is really cool, and we're gonna have a talk later. And he just starts just walking forward because that cost me an action. So I'm just gonna be walking forward, and I don't have any bonus action spells, and I can't hit him on a bonus action. So I'm just gonna get right up into his space, and as a bonus action, can I just like put my hand on his face to make sure that he's there?
Tap tap.
Technically, that'd be an
Boop.
action.
Can I boop the snoot?
Boop the snoot!
Can I boop the snoot?
But
Just to
because
walk through
so
him.
Just be
when
like a
you
cat,
do,
just-
he's
just
not
walk.
there. Yeah, it's just he's not there.
Well, you know, fun. And that's my
Cedric.
turn.
Cedric, you're up.
All right, so Cedric meant to spring into action.
Technically,
very
Lorna,
quickly.
you are going simultaneously, but yeah.
But all this happened, and seeing Dodger pass right through, he is going to slow to a halt in front of the illusion, and he's going to use his action to attempt to detect where this guy might be, using smell. Hey,
I thought that was a question.
new game, new Cedric.
Same character, new stats. Who dis?
Oh,
It's right there in the sheet.
yes,
mean,
I will.
It says I can, DM. It says I can.
It says
I'm
I
looking at
can.
it.
Granted, but you're not helping your case and making me think that you are any less of a witcher. Just saying. That has been my theory for about a month.
Yeah.
So, what's your check?
That would be a perception, I guess.
Lorna facing the wrong way. There.
Probably hit something.
Are we on a different map? Or are we still just on the Ætherealms?
No, you're just on the thing. It was just her token was facing the wrong direction for some reason.
Am I good to roll it? Or...
Yeah.
Okay.
Level 3 now?
Yep.
Oh,
Mhm.
then I do have cure wounds.
Ha ha!
It's not on my sheet. That's why I was like,
Yay, second level spells.
You're not picking up anything.
Any odors?
He's not there at all.
Mhm. You smell a lot of.
No.
You smell a
No
lot
old
of
man smell?
gob brain. No, you smell a lot of gob brain.
So
Ow.
Yeah.
Cedric just walks up to this thing. He seems to stick his head forward into it, and then looks around, but doesn't do anything else.
Lorna.
I'm guessing I've been looking out with Lexi since she opened the door.
Both your heads are just kind of.
We know. So I know that this is not the right person. Okay. I'd like to.
Sound finally started.
I had an idea and then it changed. So
No, I just love it. It's like as soon as you start thinking, it's like thinking music started.
I know. Well, I'd like to actually just walk right through him. And I want to walk out of the car.
Okay.
And I want to just take a moment and try and listen for anything nearby. And I'm just going to stay there listening, hoping that maybe one of them's going to get it to talk. To see if I can
All right.
follow the sound. And I'm, yeah.
Smart.
So he's standing there. Dodger's touching him. Cedric's got his head poked into it. Like they're both crowded around him, and then the door's behind him. So you're gonna make your way through them and go outside.
Is-
Sword in hand.
Is this anything like the little projection things that we had used at the library? Remember how we were able to project ourselves?
Yeah, we had an object.
That's what I'm saying. Like, is it similar to that from what I'd seen before? Since now I've seen them going through them and stuff. This is me being like, this is techie stuff. Like, what?
It's definitely seems to be in the same realm.
Some okay.
As I left the room, I'm going to just say to Wynn, stay with Lexi. And then I moved out in that space, out trying to Would I don't know if she would know this. Would Lorna know that there has to be a proximity to that thing that he triggered?
Well, that
I guess I didn't see him
That
trigger.
depends on
So
how
never mind.
that depends on how powerful he is and what he's using.
Yeah,
Because he could be not even off
at the same
train.
time. Lorna wasn't out there to see him trigger it with something, so that's okay.
Yeah, that's
Never
true.
mind.
Yeah.
But I'm out there in the hall listening, and that's if I still have an action, I will be holding my action to take off in the direction of where I hear the voice calling after me where I'm going.
Okay. Question. So when the blue coat guy came, did the door open and he walked through, or did he just appear?
No, it opened.
It opened. So something has control. Yeah.
open.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like, okay, something was able to get the door open for him to come in, like with this whole appearance of this fake thing. Okay.
Yeah, from a player standpoint, this is more than just someone casting minor illusion at a distance with thaumaturgy as a cantrip at the same time, because that can be done.
Yeah.
Mechanically, that can be done.
Right.
Dodger would not know this. This is
Right.
knowledge.
I'm just trying to get my head around, like,
They
okay,
can-
we saw the door open, we saw him walk in.
Yeah.
Okay.
If
Or
you
I didn't see him
somebody
walk in, but I'm
Well,
just trying to.
You heard the door open when you turned your head. He was there, and that's when he said his
It could be
comment.
that there's somebody, an accomplice. So there could be somebody else on the train who doesn't look anything like him.
Very fair and valid.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
as Lorna passes through him and heads out into the space between the cars, so she's kind of outside between the two cars at this point. The gentleman kind of takes a step back, so you're no longer in his space. He takes a step back. It's like very rude. I thought
You're rude.
thought we were having a conversation.
I would.
Very rude.
Did he just explode a bunch of
Yeah,
freaking
you're right.
heads?
Yeah, you can hear all that.
No.
'cause
I'm
that's right
saying, do I hear any other sounds
An
coming
echo.
from anywhere else?
You hear passengers in an uproar wondering what's going on, and it's like, did you hear there's a bomb? What's going on? And there's noise coming from the cars, and that's what you hear.
But he's standing there.
Mhm.
So, who are you?
Pardon me. I'm Dr. Malice.
Of course you are.
Is he considered
That's a
changing
bit
his
on the
Malice?
nose.
Malice.
Malice.
Malleus.
That's too.
Would you like to
That's
spell
too
that
on the
for
nose.
us?
If it's Malice.
Is this gonna be a mirror?
Maramir.
Malice.
You
Dodger still
do-gooders
calling
have
him
made your
Malice,
match.
though. It's too on the nose for him to not call him Malice.
Oh, he's
Dr.
gonna be Dr. Malice to me from now on. Are you the cause of this?
What do you mean?
These creatures. I wasn't in the previous I wasn't in the previous conversation. Staring at me for a long time.
And then he looks back at Dodger, and you see just a twinge of a little smirk on his face, and the corner of his mouth, just a bit of a smile. Very interesting.
On my turn, I want to insight check that smirk. I want to know what the heck that's about.
What is so interesting? What is going on?
And why won't you talk to us like a man? I mean, you're some kind of ghost.
Pray tell, how exactly does a man talk?
Well, normally when men have conversations, it's face to face.
You see me, I see you. What is the problem?
Can we shake hands? I mean, I'd like to do a little
Not
more than
really.
that.
I kind of put my hand in his face, like actually inside his face, not in his personal space.
I mean, is this all sanctioned with, the Petran officials? And I mean, these guards didn't even know what was going on in this train. I mean, there's going to be an uproar when folks hear about this.
At that point, the guard kind of comes up behind. He's still got his rifle kind of pointed at him. He's like, "What's going on here? We weren't told about this."
Well, he said, I
Ask
can't believe
doctor.
I'm agreeing with Copper.
Forgive me if I don't have conversation with the hired help.
Did Lorna go
He's
through
a
the
bit of a
door that
prick.
was open or the other one?
The door
Oh
that's
my
open.
gosh. I
At
wish
this
I
point,
could
you could
hit
tell. I don't
this
know if you want
guy
to move
so
because
bad.
you're now at the back end of this passageway. Everybody else is more clustered on the other end at this point
Yeah.
because the
I'm
guard
not-
the guard left you too because he went forward.
Is
I'm
the
gonna say
one
when-
goblin still
when-
with me?
Win is on Lexi's shoulders.
He left with the other two.
I'll just say Win is on Lexi's shoulders at this point. Like,
Okay.
I'm going to go look out the window and see if I can see them.
You see they are down there where the boat is. That there seems to be some sort of a confusion of what, and they're kind of hand gesturing and such and making gestures at the two that probably are dead now.
Yeah, that's what I was afraid of.
I was gonna ask how bloody do those sacks look now?
They look pretty bloody.
Oh
yeah.
no. Part of me
Um,
was really hoping that going that 100 feet down
might get him out of
plus
Yeah.
trajectory out of range, I was really hoping for that.
Me too.
Oh,
And so you see like the ones that are on the ground are kind of pulling the one that was with you away, and he's like he's trying to fight, he's trying to go back. It just there seems like there's a lot of this confusion going on down there, and they're trying to.
Okay, I'm about to like go all
Depart.
Lexi, and it's not going to be good.
Lexi
I mean,
has not
it's
been
really hard
established
to
as a
hit
verb
something
yet.
that's not
Illusion.
there. I'm just
I'm-
saying.
I'm
That's the
going-
thing. I'm like getting ready to walk through this blue coat and start going, "Where are you?" And I'm gonna literally like start opening up doors. And I'm gonna go through this train, and I'm gonna tear this train apart until I find him.
I'm going to go up onto the roof and I'm going to see if I can find anybody, any signs of anybody who could have planted. Because I'm thinking the same. along the
He's
same
on
lines
this
of
train. I'm going
Yeah.
to find
So
him.
I'm going to see if anyone's trying to sneak out. Any sign of something outside of the train.
Okay.
In fact, that's what I'm doing. I'm literally walking through his thing, and I've said, "I'm gonna find you," and I'm like literally opening doors, and I'm gonna find this blue coat guy.
I'm looking for someone who is suspicious, who doesn't look like the blue coat guy, who probably maybe planted something for that
In a
projection.
blue shirt.
Somebody
It's
that
not a blue
looks-
shirt, it's a blue ascot.
Yes.
That's the thing.
With my background of having hunted down criminals, I'm going to try and.
No, because I
If I
think
can
that
pick
he
up
is pompous
anything.
enough that he wouldn't even care. Is what's
So
going
Lorna's
through
gonna
my
hunt,
head.
Catel's on the hunt. Lexi's on the hunt.
Yes.
The three of
Oh.
you.
I'll stay in chat as long as this apparition is still around.
Lorna's gonna start making her way towards. Wasn't there a wealthier end of the train?
Yeah, much
that we
deeper.
kinda
Yeah.
found?
Yeah,
Yep.
many
She's
cars
gonna
deeper.
Given this guy's pompous attitude, she's gonna start making her way that way and just her sword's still out. She's not even paying attention to anyone around her, like not shoving people, but just actually more kind of just more
Purpose.
kind of what Dodger did in the city, but because she's not even thinking it to her, it's like moving through the trees when she's in a dead sprint after a deer. Like it's that kind of as best she can. Trying to get to that.
So you're
point.
like with me, basically.
No, I thought you stayed in.
Oh no, I walked
Well,
through
she
his
went too, but
thing,
Lorna's
and
ahead
I'm
of you.
literally
Lorna's
okay.
Yeah, Lorna's ahead.
I didn't
of
know
you
she
in
was
this.
ahead of
I
me in this.
paused
Okay.
to listen when they first
Yeah.
started talking, and then once I couldn't
But
hear anything of him nearby, I keep going.
Yeah, because she was trying to catch a voice. And so as you're going in, you're weaving through. At first, people are asking, like, what's going on? And then they realize that you're on a mission and just make it. And so they just more or less almost become part of the scenery and get out of your way. Lexi, as you a little bit later behind it, you get in there, they're doing the same thing. What's going on? Is it a bomb? What is this? And noise. I don't know if you're engaging anybody.
Oh no, I'm one track mind right now.
All right, and I can tell you're on the roof, kind
Mhm.
of cutting across, looking at each kind of between, I
Trying
assume.
to
And
see if there's any signs of anyone trying to make an escape.
okay, So back in the car.
Unless
I
they
made my comment about
teleported
hired
away.
help, so that's the last piece that I had. So
You know, Gov, you really shouldn't sleep, quote unquote, sleep on the hard help. The hard help is the ones that clean your shoes, clean your privs, and all that good stuff. And quite frankly, you wouldn't get very far without the hard help. Don't sleep on the hard help. 1, 2. What's your game here, Gov? Like you said, it's all for science and all that, but what's your game? What's your whole goal to get out of all of this?
to save people.
From what?
Oh, disease, famine, pollution.
How? How does this get to that end goal?
Well, you have to understand how things work before you can fix them.
Oh, I understand how a lot of things work. I understand how a lot of things work for the people who are less well off than you. But doing crazy things like this, of what you've done to these people, does not lead to that. It's not going to stop famine. That's not going to stop the weather, or a field of locusts coming and destroying some crops. It's not going to stop that, right? You know, that's a cause of famine, so I've heard. But that's not going to stop that, what you've done to these people. It might help you learn diseases for what's affecting these folk, if they've already had these diseases. But that's not going to stop a lot of things. So that's not really your game, Guff. You may think you're a clever cove, but that's not the goal. What really is your goal? Behind all of the lies you tell yourself, what really is the goal?
Well, as I stated earlier, your intellectual capacity could not possibly comprehend what it is we are doing.
Do you mind pointing us to someone who might be more amenable to speaking to us than maybe a guy in Mirror, maybe some guy in Mirror, who might be able to talk to us, because we're not getting anywhere with you.
I could, but you'd be dead. So
what the hell does that mean? I'm alive now. I'm going to be alive when this train stops again. I plan on keep on kicking for some time.
This train is going to be destroyed. These witnesses must be removed.
I'm done with this, and I'm storming off through him. I'm done. Forget this, and I'm going after Lorna to try and find this guy, and maybe steal even more from the posh guy that I saw from earlier, because the player has a theory that it's the same guy.
We need to evacuate the train now.
Yep.
Except I'm not there, so I don't know what's going on.
Me either.
And hearing that there's too many witnesses as I'm going through the door is just, everybody off the train. Everybody out the back exit. No, we're not doing this. Get off.
I'm assuming the guard would do
Yeah, he's about to. he just heard the same thing. Everybody
That's
else
true. He did.
Too, so.
He just did hear it. So.
He's processing that. Hey, he hit, kind of. As he just, no, we won't. He pulls his gun up and he shoots. He's like literally 10 feet away, and it goes right through him, but he doesn't know what else to do. And the gentleman, as you Dodgers pushed on, he shoots and he kind of looks and chuckles. Hired
Concentric.
help. Go ahead, Cedric.
Can Cedric take another crack at this? Just understanding the nature of this type of projection, whether it's like we were discussing, arcane, or is it mechanical, or
Okay, so yeah. As you're starting to hone in on that, you see the guard make like this choke noise, like, and the gun drops to the ground. And when you turn your attention to him, you see foam starting to form out of his mouth as he's.
What?
Cedric's gonna run over to that, grab the guard as he's falling down. Can I see if there's anything I can do to help you?
Medicine. So he's like clawing at his throat.
Just do the old poke a straw through the trachea.
Did we see any reaction? I mean, do we know what that was caused by, that choking, or?
You saw the gentleman there, kind of a little smile kind of across his face, and when he said hired help, and then suddenly that was the reaction. All right, so you're doing like a tracheotomy on this guy. You're like pulling it off. That's a good roll. So you're doing what you can, and he's still clawing. You kind of have to pin his hands down so you can work. Lexi, you hear like a surge of noise coming from behind you, screaming and hollering as Dodger's yelling, "Everybody off the tree!" So now there's a nice panic going. People rushing, surging towards you.
Okay.
From behind. Lorna, you're far enough ahead and weaving through that hasn't caught up to you yet, so you're still kind of making your way. And those cars were, because it was past the dining cars, so it's a bit of ways, but you're making your way there.
Do we need to roll anything for like perceptions as we're looking to find this person at all?
I rolled. It's okay.
Okay.
Question about does Lorna still have that illusionary ability that she had before, or no? It's not
the
on
glamour thing.
That I mean, she has a glamour thing now, but it does not change her appearance. It just gives me a D4 on persuasion rolls or something like that, I think.
Yeah, you should have it.
Okay.
It should be a part of that, but yeah, you still have it.
I didn't know if it was just assumed that it's a part of that or how that works. So
no, it should be more blatant.
Okay.
Yeah, because what you're looking at, that's something a little different. That's not that.
Yeah, it's not the same. That's a different thing.
Yeah.
So, but I still have once a day I can do the illusion for. I think it was it 10 minutes? I don't remember.
It was
it's not very long.
No, it wasn't for very long. But yes, you still have it.
Okay. It may or may not come in handy, but Lorna doesn't know it's happening, so she's just searching every man she passes, regardless of coat color. She can easily change your coat. She's just looking to try and spot anyone who seems like not even full appearance, because she knows you can change your appearance, but carries that kind of attitude.
Give me an insight.
Okay. I will find it in a moment. I promise. No, I won't.
Oh.
Don't let's even roll.
Just like plop.
Yeah, I'll say it didn't even make it across to like show on the across the thing.
All right, so you're kind of looking at people. You think you find this one individual who's looking like doesn't seem to be as panicky as what you would expect, and kind of grab him, and turns out that he's just a cool character.
It's totally the guy.
No, he's like drunk.
Yeah.
What's going on?
But you're making your way, looking, still trying to find somebody who could be affiliated with this individual.
I think Dodger had a question.
Oh, go ahead.
I just had something to know of my earlier train of thought was even though he's very angry and saying everybody off, he would have tried to be less aggressive and causing a panic. However, his hair is just super high up because he's pissed. He's mad as heck.
Yeah,
So
while I
that
was not
didn't
going in
help.
like you were like doing like a coming in like we're all gonna die and running. I didn't think you were doing that. The problem is they also heard those popping noises.
Exactly. They
And so
heard
they're
the
already
popping noises.
tense.
Everybody
And then
off
you
the
come-
train, and here comes Dodger
Well, first
with
goes
his
Lorna,
hair all
then comes
hitty.
Lexi, and then here comes you flaming. And so they're like, "Oh crap!" Everybody keeps heading that way. And then once it gets past that crowd right there at the front, then it does start turning into the panic as people who have no idea what's going on are just making up stuff that's going on.
Yeah.
Now they're screaming, "We're all gonna die!"
Oh.
Not if you don't get off the train. Just get off the train.
Cedric, so you're successfully working on this individual. And finally, he reaches up and he kind of grabs your trench coat, and his eyes lock in on yours, and you can just, as you're working, you can feel his life slip.
All right. So it's not.
Now, as
anything I
you're
can help with.
hold on, so you can make choices now. So he's slipping away and he's grasped on your coat. The foam that's coming out of his mouth, there's a chemical scent to it.
I was wondering if it was poison. Wait, so how to get in him?
Don't know.
Yeah.
I do know.
A
but-
lie.
Can I suck the poison out of him like a snake bite?
You're
Please
getting more
don't
like
do that on a snake bite, anyone.
So
we do not recommend.
No.
That is an
sucking
old
on
wives'
snake
Yeah,
tale.
that's
bites.
changed.
10 out of
It's
10
an
do
old
not
wives' tale.
recommend.
Don't do that.
Do not do that.
So just
Cedric
imagine
sucks
like
the poison out
Dodger
of every
turning
snake bite
around
he
and coming
encounters.
back to just like, oh, I forgot to tell you something, and he sees Cedric kissing his dick.
Yeah,
I was
well,
saying
that'd be the
whoa,
thing.
there, Cedric.
Oh.
You have fun there.
All right, you know enough. Your medicine such like this is what's foaming on his mouth is more of the byproduct of something that's
Yeah.
deeper within him.
Okay. So, what can I do
They're
here?
magical. Girl is in here.
I was about to say if you had smelled a heavy scent of almonds, that
Mhm.
would have been arsenic. But
Does he smell almonds?
does he
No,
smell
no.
almonds?
It's almost like a burn, like a burning sensation. It's like makes sure it stings a little as you inhale it.
Arsenic's cliche anyway. Everybody uses it.
Why
Right?
can't I save
It's
this
been
man?
it's so
Creative.
overdone.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god,
Come on,
no.
people. Get creative with your poison.
With
your
your
poison.
poisons.
Also, the super obvious one. So
I mean, granted, in like medieval times, that was not necessarily a common thing. It wasn't as common as like deadly nightshade or hemlock. That was very common at that time. Arsenic,
Yeah.
not so much.
Hmm.
I'm
Fun
gonna
fact.
need,
There's your
Here's
fun
our
history
first
fact for the
rabbit hole
night.
of the evening.
I'm gonna need some more information to go on how to save this dude. So what would I roll here to sort of help me out? Arcana, if I think it's magical, or should I just roll medicine again? Or I can't save him with any of my juice. So
Give me
Wait.
a medicine, but change their tribute from wisdom to intelligence.
Cedric, did you grab any of the potions that we had purchased?
no.
I tried.
who has? Did we pass those out?
They're in your car.
I
I feel like
had
we
at least
would've
one or
kept
two in my
healing. I
bag.
feel like we could have kept healing potions on our person.
Cedric,
I had ones that I purchased for
Your
myself, but with my
diagnosis is-
own money, I kept on my person.
your diagnosis is this is beyond you.
Yeah.
He's not going to make it.
Alright.
I know Lorna did not take a healing potion.
Oh my gosh, because we have 2 antitoxins.
Yep.
Yeah. Cedric.
Okay, I'm not even there. Never mind. I was saying, can I just roll to see if I've got this on me? But I'm running through a cart. Never mind.
Here you go. I do.
Toss.
I feel like
Second.
I want to say that any potion we wouldn't have
Bonk.
put away anywhere. It would have stayed with us.
I would.
Well, Cedric doesn't have it.
Okay.
Anyway.
I don't know
In
who has them,
my-
but somebody has them. We can roll for it later.
Many
I
moons
mean, I know I
ago,
have 1 or 2.
in my alchemical compound list I sent you, there were 2 antitoxins that I wanted to play around with and experiment with in the effort to like develop a poison. But I know that this is beyond that type.
Yeah,
of
and you have
pinnacle.
it. Yeah, you're experimenting with them, but
Okay. Then he sets them down, and it says, "I am sorry." But he grips his hand until he passes.
so as he stares at you and he's squeezing your hand up there, it's like just look of confusion, and then it just fades to this accepting fate, and he one more cough and he's gone.
Ætherealms guide you. And then he stands up and faces. Is the projection still there? Or did it blip out?
Nope, still there.
He just stands there and stares at the projection for a while.
On
Cedric,
brand.
we better go. Get off this.
Oh
Yeah, Cedric is gonna
There's
go.
other
I also
cards at
wanted
the other
to.
end of the hallway.
Yeah.
I also wanted
you'll-
to examine the projection though. Then this guard started dying.
Yeah. So as
These darn
Bellamy
cave
says that,
pigeons.
as Bellamy says that, he says, "Oh no, your time's already done." And then everything goes into a big white flash.
Yeah.
Let's take a break.
TPK.
What?
Oh my
Gosh.
When
Alright,
did
everyone
we
bring
end
out
up
your
in
other
Sanctuary
character
Hills
sheets.
getting hit by a
Roll
nuclear
for me.
apocalypse?
What
Like, what?
the?
Level 3, guys. Level 3.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so
Oh,
is this a either 5?
Either 5.
Either
Either
5.
5.
Okay.
we'll see you when we see you.
We'll 5, but I'm telling you now, it usually takes about 10, but we're gonna do our best to be back in 5. Okay,
Trying.
enjoy our video. And we're back.
And now we're in the
Alright.
celestial realm. Welcome, guys. We've all died.
Flash a light. Woo!
Now we're the undead
I
party.
don't know how I feel
Now
about
you all
that.
have wings.
Yay!
I don't know how Lorna would
Yay!
feel about being in the celestial realm. I'm just gonna throw that out there right now.
Okay.
There was a bright light, a brief moment of pain, and then everything goes dark.
Like for everybody?
What about me on top of the train?
Yeah, everyone about it.
Everybody. Okay.
I tried.
When you finally get a sense of kind of what's around you, you feel heat, a dry heat, and pitch black darkness. When you shift, you hear rattling of chains.
Are they on us?
When you shake, yes, you feel like you are shackled, and you hear other chains in the room.
Okay. Hello?
Cedric?
You hear Cattell.
Oh, me?
There's a slight echo.
Everyone or
I said
I-
hello
Everyone.
too.
I want to reach out with my mind like I have before to win. Do I hear?
No.
I'm here. Lexi, is Win with you?
Do I feel wind on my shoulders anymore?
It's just you start to pull, but then your arms only go so far before they have a resistance.
Do I feel her on my shoulders?
No.
I don't feel her on my shoulders. Do we see flames of Dodgy's head?
Yes, eventually when
Okay.
as Dodger starts rousing, and then you see like a.
I swear I didn't take it. I'm sorry, Copper. No, I didn't take it. I'm sorry. Wait. All right.
Cedric, Bellamy.
I'm alive, I think.
Cedric?
You hear, I guess, chains jingle. I am here.
I'm going to feel like I'm assuming we've got them around our wrists.
Wrists, your ankles.
Do I feel like a keyhole anywhere?
You start to feel around on there. It feels solid, except where there's like a pull my arm up, and then there's like the little link there, and then that's where the chains connect. But you feel no clasp on like where they would actually connect and lock.
How are we bound?
So as you
together?
pull, you realize they're attached. So the chains are on your wrist and to a wall behind you.
Like, how much movement do we have with their hands? Like, can they go down to our sides, or are they literally like
If you
up?
scrunch up, yes, but you got about like 2 feet of movement.
Okay. So I'm gonna put my arms down to my sides. Do I feel my pack that I have on my leg and hip that I always have on? Is it been removed?
No, you feel there's nothing there. You're not even. You feel like you're wearing different clothes.
Okay, so like my wrench, everything.
Everything.
That is okay. Shoot.
And it feels silk-like.
Like the clothes.
Mm-hmm.
Never a good sign.
Can I try a free teleport and see if I can get out of the chains?
Yeah.
Okay. I free teleport.
And you are out of the chains.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna kind of feel them some more, see if there's any weakness in the ones that I was wearing, if there's any way to get them out. I want to mess with the ones that I was chained to before I go and try and figure out how to help the others get out. There's like, if I can take potentially one of my spearhead and like break a link or something. I'm just feeling around for anything
What
like
spearhead?
that. The one that I would potentially summon if I can see it. The one that I don't
This
keep on my
one?
person.
What do you mean?
Cattell, the wooden dagger. If it's still on me.
I will
and the
abandon my search and I will go and see if I can find. I'm gonna pat Lorna down, see if I can feel the wooden dagger.
It's normally in my boot. One dagger's in one side and one's in the other.
He's typing something.
I know.
Oh, what?
That was to Lexi.
Oh,
Come to me.
I got him.
Everybody's
Like,
like,
I didn't get anything, so it wasn't for me.
Oh, I was hoping it was Win.
Wait,
I'm gonna be real
what?
honest.
Wait,
Yeah.
what?
They know. I think the
So
guy
you go
knew
over to-
Oh my
Lexi
god,
is.
that's bad. Okay.
I think we're at Lexi's place.
Yep, that's
Oh
where
my-
I think we are.
He got
As
that
you
look
start-
when he saw him.
You hear me like starting to hyperventilate.
As you're checking out Lorna, doesn't have her boots on. There is no dagger.
It's gone.
You see
I'm
Win?
gonna. Is
Does
there
the-
any light in here?
The
just
air.
Dodger's head. And
Okay, the
fortunately,
air.
He's that, then I can
he's
see.
really agitated, so it's putting off a pretty good glow. But
So I can
it's
see.
still, it's like it's almost like
The thing said, if
step
there's
of, like almost
a
like torchlight.
candlelight.
He's got
Okay, the
torchlight.
thing said if there's candlelight, I can see as if it was.
Mhm.
dim,
Yeah.
So.
But I was just kind of giving you like a kind of sense for the like how much like
Mhm.
his head's put. That's all you've got.
Okay. Can I
Okay,
look around, see if I
so-
see in?
Question with what you sent me.
Yeah.
Is the air, the smell, everything like? Oh God.
I'm looking around. Do I see
Smell?
one anywhere?
Did someone say smell?
I'm
Seeing-
Smell.
seeing Cattell looking around. I'm going to cast the light cantrip so that she has light. Just I guess I don't know on my chains. I don't know. I need to look at how it works. I'm panicking right now.
So I'm looking to see if I
So when
can
you
see
put a-
one anywhere.
All right, so you're looking around. I mean, you can see, but it's taken because you're really having because it seems to be a large space, and you're all separated around. So you got Dodger that's
But
in
that's
one
so
spot,
far from where we were. Okay.
and there's and then when Lorna does her light, it puts it now. It's like it's much more sufficient out there. When it's not in there, you do see everybody along the sides of this. Looks like 20 by 20 foot room.
I don't think she was counted as
Of
something useful.
Smooth black stone.
Oh God.
I'm gonna start
We're-
trying again. I'm going back to the chain, see if I can find any way to break them or something.
Speaking
Where-
of breaking things, if Cedric is able to connect his left hand to his right hand, he's going to try to dislocate however many fingers it's going to take to slip out his hand from the manacle.
It's gonna be your thumb, bud.
Yeah.
All right,
Putting
so you start hearing cracking noises over there on that side. He's-
I'm just gonna ignore it and keep playing with the chains.
Okay. And
yes,
you
can
said
do that,
black.
and you're in the process of doing it. So yeah.
Okay, and you said black stone.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're in Qadan. Qadan.
Qadan.
We're in Qadan.
Do I know where that is?
Where is that?
Yeah, everybody's here. It's the.
It's
it
one
would
of the
be like
main. Yeah,
equivalent of
Petra,
Anemos, but for fire.
Qadan.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Petra, Anemos, Qadan, and Vandascar.
We're never gonna get to Mirror. Okay.
You couldn't be further away.
No, we could not be further away. I have a feeling that we're back where I was enslaved.
He did give you a look.
Did you? Are you answering my question? I sent you a message.
Well, we're alive, right? So
I'm not gonna be. I won't be alive for long.
Positive.
What? Like,
I
okay, sorry. Keep talking.
I believe this is what Granddad called a fate worse than death.
now, hold on. Let's not. We still got our wits about us. We may be chained up, but we can get out, right?
Everybody except one. I'm working on all of you.
So as you're looking at these chains out here on there too, they're not manufactured like how links would get formed, how things would connect. They're not there. It's like all smooth and just there's no breaking points. Or even place like you gotta bend them or pry it. They're like solid.
Qadan is where is the city of wands.
Yep.
Correct? It's very magic here.
Explains why.
Yes, it's
our
like
blue coats
like
are
super
gonna be able to cast
super
magic.
high magic, which is why I don't want to be here.
I don't think
Yes,
any
Dodger.
of us want to be.
Well, these are the people that want. This is why I left. They wanted to kill me, and this is why I've been in hiding. I'm now back where I'm at the place where I've been trying to stay away from.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay. So,
Hold
are
on. Let me do Dodger's question.
It's all good. So with Dodger looking around now that he can see a bit better, he obviously sees that his sword is not with him. I take it. Yeah.
Oh God, yeah.
So, because new rules. So let's see if I can make this happen. So Dodge is looking around and is just like, oh dear. And he's just gonna sit there, try to bring his breathing down so the flames just kind of descend for a bit and just go, Cinder, are you with me? And he's gonna focus his thought on his sword. Now, mechanically, can I and have the sword in my hand?
So you see him react this way. And small girl appears.
Wait just a second. Yeah.
Can everyone else see the
her?
small
Yes.
girl or just me?
We see the small girl.
Yep.
That ain't the
Yay!
sword.
It actually opened up big. Okay, let me go to
Oh,
the.
wait. Do I get a ping off this?
There we go.
That's a good question.
Any kind of ping?
You have to elaborate on pinging.
Given my background and what I know on both ends of my background, do I get a ping on who this little girl actually is? Because Lorna's initial reaction is to tell the little girl to run, but
Who's that
if she goes,
girl?
wait, something's off.
Nothing with the girl, no. Although Dodger seems to recognize her.
She's the one you were talking about?
Yeah, Cinder, is there any way you can help me? Or help us get out of this situation? Us as in my friends and yourself?
What did you do, Dodger?
I didn't do anything.
It was more like who found us.
Well, she said,
Nice to meet you.
oh, yeah, by the way, guys, this is Cinder, the spirit of my sword. That was a conversation we needed to have.
There were a lot of things we're missing out on because of this detour.
She comes over and kneels down at Dodger and grasps his hands, and the chains fall off.
All right, that's two of us.
Okay.
I heard bone cracking previously,
Cedric
right?
was also.
I'm looking over. I'm looking over.
He's
to
one
see.
hand
I
free.
can try to do it for the audience.
No, please don't.
No.
Please don't. No. Oh my God, I hate that sound. It like makes me nauseous.
We just lost our 2 viewers. What did you do?
Oh!
Hey, some people are into that. So.
No. Oh my God, it like makes me. Oh, I cannot stand cracking and.
Okay, so 3 of us. We need to get 3 more out. Cinder, are you able to do that with everyone, or is it because you have a special connection with Dodger?
He looks at you, Dodger.
I mean, that's a very good question. If you can help, we would all greatly appreciate it. I mean, I'm already forever in your debt. But this will be able to help both of us if we can all be able to leave and grab our things somehow. Therefore, I can get your vassal? No, that's not the right word. The sword back.
She goes over to Lorna and grabs or reaches out to grab her hand.
It's okay.
After just a moment of hesitation, grabs her hand.
Right, so she grabs your hand in the shackles, just almost like slide through and just hit the floor.
And I'm beelining to go search the rest of the room, trying to find a way out, trying to find any clue of anything.
Okay.
that
Now,
will
Cedric,
help us.
you're breaking all of your hands and legs and
It's just gonna be a pile of Cedric by the end of this.
But I'm free.
Yep.
Because if you're breaking those, then you got okay. So your hands are free.
Okay. Good first step.
Cedric, are you going to be all right doing it that way? Can you put your thumbs back together?
Yes. He puts them back together. I'm not gonna do it again.
Ah!
All right, I'm going to who's closer to me, Belmy or Lexi?
I don't know. Lexi just like is hyperventilating at this point. She's freaking
Okay.
out.
I'm approaching Lexi, whether Cinder follows or not. That's entirely up to
But
Cinder.
she's
Okay,
making
go
her
on.
way through. As Cattell, let's say Belmy's next. He's close to you, where you're at.
Okay. I'm
My
gonna-
my focus is trying to calm down Lexi, calm down Gears. But you spoke first, Cattell.
Oh, I'm gonna just try and look and see if there's anything I can do about these chains while Cinder's taking care of Lexi. Like, is there a link between what's holding on the wrist?
Yeah, there's
Or
like a
is it-
little. There's a little link there that's complete, like just fused as part of the manacle that covers the wrist, and then
Mhm.
the links go from there. But they're not. There doesn't seem to be like how you would forge it together.
Mhm.
Kind of create.
There's no foreseeable way to like break
Right.
it. Okay. In that case, I'm just gonna let Cinder do her thing.
I'm starting to wonder if her meal's not much better than chicken shit here, because I've had wind
Oh.
save me from being tied up, and now Dodger's got some kind of spirit he can summon on command to take us out. And meanwhile, I don't even see Ramil. I don't think he's even here. So,
Buddy!
I'm gonna kind of pat Balmy around the shoulders and chest, see if I feel Ramil anywhere.
Hiding somewhere in the sand.
Yeah. It's kind of like,
I don't
That
think he's
connection-
there.
No, he's not there.
do you not feel a connection to him at all?
I'm sure if I asked, he would come by, but I need my hands to
I mean, you have your hands; they're just
right.
accessorized right now.
That's a mighty fine way of putting it.
Well, when you have to take care of certain nobles, you have to choose your words carefully.
I'll wait for that nice young girl to come over and tap on these chains. So
One, do I find anything? And two, as Lauren is searching, she's going to call out to Cattell. Cattell, your medallion. Do you have it?
Well, okay, so knowing that I now have this thing, I would have actually put anything valuable, because she's not actually comfortable wearing it. She would have put it in that pocket thing.
You don't
Is that
have it.
okay? I don't
Yeah,
have
you
it.
don't have
It's
it.
not even in my pocket.
Well, you're not wearing what you were wearing.
No, we're not even in our own clothes.
Well, okay, so what I'm saying
Silk
is I have
pajamas or something.
I have that
It's
pocket
silk.
dimension that I can get into, right?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I thought
Cattell
you were
would
pocket.
have
Pocket.
yeah, Cattell would have put it in there because she's not actually comfortable
Secret
displaying it.
pocket.
So
Mhm.
Gamma space.
is it okay that we say that because we didn't discuss it before? Okay,
That's fine.
so I'm gonna just kind of reach into the air and try to pull it out of my pocket space.
Can't get to that pocket space.
I can't get to it. Cool. I don't know if I have it or not, but I can't get to it right now.
Like when you go to, it's built. There's like a force.
There's something
Like
preventing
you
me.
sense it's. You sense it's there, so it's not like it's locked, but it's like you can't get to it.
I can't access it, but they don't have it.
So some magics are working and others aren't.
Seems so.
I can't
It-
sense when either. I wonder if could we be on a different plane?
That's what I'm wondering. Something that's preventing me from getting into my own little space where I keep
Magic
certain
still works.
things.
This
I
is
was able to teleport out, so yes.
high magic.
Yes, Lex.
You
We're
are
trying
in
to
a
it-
city that's like basically pure magic.
We're
Do I
trying
find
to
a door?
assess at what levels we're able to access it ourselves.
If it's where
Lexi,
I
we
am
were able
from...
to escape once. We can do it again.
Do you know how many favors Atrix had to call in to get us out of this place?
Yes, and do you have any idea what I will do to get back to my friend?
Yes, I understand that. But I was not the one that called in the favors. He was. I don't know who I can talk with.
Look around you. Look at your friends here. We'll figure it out. But we need you. You're the only one who understands this place.
Am I still locked up, or did she get me?
No, she got
I
you.
was gonna get to that.
Okay! I'm like, am I still locked
This
up?
conversation that was happening, and then you interjected. So while you were having this moment of trying to explain things, and probably in very Lexi fashion, gesturing all over the place, I take it.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm gonna grab one of your hands and then put my hands on the other side of your face and go, Lexi, look at me. You know this is out of character voice. You know this is a serious moment from Dodger because he used your actual name.
Oh, that's true. You did. Okay.
Lexi, look at me. Look me in the eyes. Listen to what Lorna is telling you. All right? We can do this. I need you to take 2 deep breaths.
This is bad, and this is my fault.
It's not your fault. Don't go blaming yourself. All right? We got stuck in a very sticky situation, and that's all right. We'll find our way out.
Someone
right?
Look at my back.
We'll do that in a moment, but I need you to take my friend Cinder's hands. Okay?
Okay, I'm like,
Can you do that for me?
I'm like, yes.
And I'm gonna guide one of your hands over to Cinder, still keeping my hand on the side of your face and keeping that eye contact. And I just need you to breathe. All right? Breathe. And let Cinder do
She touches her hand and the shackles fall away.
Okay.
Right?
And I look at the little. Thank you. Thank you very much.
She gives you that little childish grin, smirk thing, and then she turns.
Have I found anything as I've been searching?
No, it's 20 by 20 foot room, squared, smooth black stone, ceiling's 20 feet high. It's like you are in a box.
I don't think we're I think we're like when we were in the Feywild. It's
a box. It's not like the Feywild.
No, it's not the same. It's a different place. It's why you can't reach your things. It's why I can't since when. I hope.
We don't see any doors, no potential way out, no secret hidey holes. Like you push a brick in and then there's like a...
Yeah, because I'll start kind of glancing around. Do I know of ways to open up doorways and stuff in this?
Catel's starting to go into a panic mode, but it's a very controlled panic mode, so no one might have noticed at this point, but she's...
So the young girl goes over towards Belmy and starts to approach and then stops. And then just gives Belmy this look of just cold hatred.
Well, hi, my name's Belmy. Now, did Dodger say you were a spirit? Well, also, would you mind? I mean, kind of stuck up here.
She turns her head back towards Dodger.
I'm right next to her.
I'm with him.
Are you all right, Cinder? He is a friend. He's taught me a lot. He's take care of me. I'll take care of him. We're good friends. Are you alright?
She turns back, and you see, like, when she looked at you, her face softened, and she kind of turns back again, this cold glare, and reluctantly reaches out a hand. And when you go touch, she kind of pulls back for a moment, and then she finally just grasps it, and the shackles fall away. And then, as soon as they pull away, she pulls her hand back, and then takes a few steps back, and then looks over at Cedric. What's he doing? Because you're the last one. He's just in pieces over there.
Well, he's got his hands out, I guess, and he's popped his thumbs back in. And he's just like sitting there looking at his feet.
He's like,
He's not wearing any. Oh, wait. So what is Cedric wearing right now?
Oh!
He's got on a silk shift kind of thing out there.
Yeah.
This is what he's wearing.
That's it? Just a
No
shift?
face mask?
Well, that's the odd thing there. It's like this whole part of his face is like a blur.
Does it look like that's natural, or if they were potentially uncomfortable with what was there and so
that's
glossed
natural.
over it?
It's all natural. No, it seems to like
It's
kind
all
of
natural,
flickers
baby.
as you look at it, like flickers for a second type thing. It just doesn't seem like it's
So
obscuring.
whoever brought us here was not comfortable with what they saw there,
Maybe.
potentially.
Oh,
Catel's brain
I
and
sent you a
focus
message.
is jumping around like crazy. She's trying very desperately to focus on something but can't.
Well, they would see this, so it's okay to say this out loud because people will see as you can never get to it. It's in a part of your, it's in that part you can never itch that you have to get somebody else
Because
to
like
scratch for you.
I can like reach my fingers together here, no problem. And that's my whole
You
back.
make me sick.
See, they
touch.
I can't even do that.
I know, and I'm like, ugh.
Really? Oh, I totally
also
like my
can't even
hands
do
can like
that,
totally
okay?
touch.
I used to be able to.
I'm
I
so
can do that.
flexible.
Even with a painful back, I can actually do that. And
Yeah.
bad shoulders. So okay, I'll argue it.
Show offs.
Thank you.
Lexi
But
can't.
I was gonna. I was going to, once I realized the room has no windows or doors. I'm going to nobody. That was lobbed up, guys. I'm gonna walk over to Lexi and just kind of stop the grabbing. Do you want me to look?
Yes, because I don't feel
What am I looking for?
the stone. I don't feel it there anymore.
Look. Is it there?
Nothing there.
Are the tattoos gone too? Like it's all gone?
There's no marks, no stone, nothing.
Lexi, there's nothing there.
Okay.
No, like nothing.
I know I don't feel it.
The marks are gone too. Wasn't there some there before?
The stone
It
is
seemed like they covered. The marks covered the marks. And then the stone.
Yeah.
It's all gone.
Well, the people of Qadan, they're the ones that put the stone in me.
But did they do all the marks?
No,
What's
they're
in the
not.
marks from here?
They're not the ones that put the marks. That
The
was
marks are gone.
yes.
That's all.
That was what was keeping me from. The marks were keeping me from being found because the stone is what the people here in Qadan put in me as like a tracker thing, from my understanding.
Okay, I'm confused.
And the yes, so the stone I
All
had.
gone. You have nothing on
I
your
have
back.
nothing because I was saying the stone was supposedly the tracker from Lexi's understanding, and then the tattoos that she had put on were after we snuck out and we had Fisk help us because we needed to mask the tracking that was connected with the stone. So the tattoos did not come from Qadan. They came Qadan. It came from the gentleman that I can't remember his name that Dodger knows about. That Meiji guy in Petra.
Mm-hmm.
That he was the one that did the layer upon layer of the stone. So all of that's gone. Okay.
Cedric Cinder approaches you and holds a hand out towards your feet, but pauses.
As Cedric is now sort of coming to his senses, and he looks down at his feet, which are uncovered, and maybe his ankles even. How's that skin looking?
You tell me.
I mean, has anything changed? I guess would be the right. No?
Mm.
His hand flies up to his face and touches here.
It's all there.
The mask is there? Or no?
No.
There's a blur spell.
Your face is there.
Okay.
You touch your face is there.
Okay, hang on. I'm running you something.
I know, like I've got a message to him too. I'm just
I
like
sent him a message also.
I know, I'm like, oh my gosh.
I know, we're like trying to talk with you.
While all those notes are being passed back and forth,
Whispers,
secrets and
whisper.
whispers, all the whispers are happening. While Cinder had approached Cedric, Dodger just kind of takes her hand gently in his and gives it a gentle squeeze of like, I'm here with you, I support you, and I thank you for what you're doing for me and my friends. And I appreciate all that you're doing, even if it could be painful to you. And just kind of has that kind of squeeze, trying to emote that in a simple squeeze of the hand, and just kind of looking back at Belmy and looking over at Cedric.
Dodger.
Steve, I don't know what that means.
Would your friend she
Oh.
know what happened to us?
I don't know.
Was she knocked out like the rest of us?
I
Does she
don't
know where
know.
our things are?
I don't know. I'm gonna need to ask her, but she's got to get us out of these chains first, and then I'll be able to ask her.
Everybody is out,
Cedric
but
is the
Cinder's
only one
voice.
left.
His feet.
So
His feet are the only ones left.
with clarification from Steve, Cedric's hand flies up to his face, and it stays there, and he's stock still. His eyes bugging out, looking at everyone around him. His other hand goes up to his face as well, like this.
Velmy catches his eyes and shrugs, turns around and starts scribbling in the floor in the dust.
How
He's gonna perform a ritual, but
long
That's
are
gonna take a minute.
yeah.
Or 10.
yeah, it'll take a while.
How long are it's the tops of our little things that we have?
To your knees.
To your knees. I'm gonna rip off the bottom part of mine, and I'm gonna hand it to Cedric so he can wrap his face.
What?
I'm ripping off the bottom part of my top, so you have enough fabric to cover your face.
He snatches it with one hand, and then like weirdly like jerky motions, he like pivots, like sort of falling on top of his belly, his legs still like manacled and attached, with his face away from the group, and he does the best that he can to tie a makeshift mask around his head before like slowly pushing himself back up and refacing the group and just looking at.
Is he bald?
Yes.
Is this
Awesome.
and the room's completely bare except for the chains that we were in?
Yeah. I don't know how to answer that question.
Is it mine?
Yes.
I imagine they'd be pretty big, right? Like at least 20 by 20.
Yeah, probably. I guess that's fair.
Okay, so yeah, Catel's zoned out. She is patting the walls. She is looking for anything.
Yeah, I'm looking around now too. I like
All
how
right.
you're like,
Everybody at this point
Everybody's
has
like-
disappeared. Her
Mhm.
focus. She's black around the eyes, blurry edged. She's
Do I notice the?
Yeah, she's definitely
frantic
acting
nature?
abnormal. Yes, there's a franticness to her.
I'm gonna go over and just put a hand on her shoulder.
Which reminds me, I forgot to do this when we came back from break.
Rudy.
I was also gonna ask how injured are we all still? Because
Nothing's changed there.
yeah, okay. Just
Except everybody takes 6 points of stress.
Oof.
okay, so what happens when you're maxed out on stress?
Then you reset it and back to 0, but you click off one of the circles underneath.
Okay, so do that, and I just start counting
And then
into
put
that
it back
one.
down to 0, and then put it down to 0. And
Well,
you start back up. You start
Even
from the bottom
what
again.
if I'm
Counting up or
counting
counting
into
down?
that one,
Up,
Up.
up.
but I still count into that one how many? Okay.
Whatever was left over. Yeah.
Okay.
crazy.
are there any pebbles, anything in this room, or is it completely bare?
It is bare as you're looking around. However, there is a piece of information that's coming, but I got to get one more thing in here.
Okay, I just. I'll wait.
Just speak up, Dodger.
Go ahead and speak while
Just speak.
while Lexi's rolling D100.
Rudy. Cedric. Will you let my friend Cinder here help you get out of those chains?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead, love. And I'll kind of put my hand to the small of her back and gesture her forward.
All right. She doesn't seem as reluctant to interact with Cedric as she was with Belmy. And
Okay.
she touches his.
But she's still reluctant, just not as? Or is it the same reluctance as with
Same reluctance as everybody else, other than
Okay.
you.
Okay.
Like she doesn't seem like doesn't seem to be anything by between her and Cedric, like there was
Okay.
between her and Belmy.
Okay. All right. And I'm gonna take Cinda's hand because everyone else, for the most part, is looking around the space trying to find a way out. I'm just gonna take Cinder by the hand very gently and lead the two of us over to a corner to talk.
Belmy, as you're doing the ritual, as you're getting everything lined up and starting to go through that process, something kind of hits over on your back shoulder, like you feel a pressure. And as you glance over, there's sand kind of trickling and hitting. And as you look up, you see there's like a little piece of light and an opening in the ceiling.
Oh, maybe he's not good. Maybe he's not good for nothing. And sort of, I mean, there's no way for me to get any closer to the. Can I climb up the chains that were on the wall to get a closer look, or?
No, it's in the center of the
Okay,
space.
but there's
This is
sand
like a
coming out.
20 by 20 by 20.
Yeah, it's
feet.
20 by 20. So you're like, this is like towards the middle. So you had enough room to do your ritual in, and it was hidden there. And as you look up, it looks like there's, and it looks like it's getting larger.
Hey, listen, folks. Stand clear of the middle of the room here. Looks like someone's burrowing in, maybe giving us an exit. Take a look, and he'll point up and show off
So
this.
you look up and you see there's now there's a larger opening, and there's sand pouring through it, but it's not like pouring through it. It seems like it's kind of trickly, like there seems to be like a opening there. And there's light intermingling with Dodger's hair and Lorna's light spell.
So I can't see my teleport stuff. It's not popping out.
It's not.
No.
What kind of
And
games?
is it correct that I have all my essence back?
Mhm.
Okay. How high up is the ceiling?
20 feet.
Yeah,
Is
Yeah,
that
20 foot, 20 foot cube.
20 by
so?
20 by 20 by 20.
I don't remember what my free teleport.
All right, you should be able to do it now.
Okay.
If by the old rules, if I remember, the teleport spell, your short-term teleport was at its minimum 30 feet.
Yeah, I had
by
to
the
modify
old
it a little bit
rules.
though. Yeah.
That's why I specifically said beforehand, by the old rules. I don't know
But
what they are now.
We're at 3rd level?
Yeah.
Okay. So
For a cost of
Um,
0, it's not
right.
as
right. So can I pop up 10 and then pop up another 10 and try to grab the edges? Just go boom boom.
Because you can't. It's an act. Yeah, it's an action. You can't.
Oh, what if you're standing on my shoulders?
I mean, if you get high, if you get high enough, you might be able to pull it off.
Yeah, okay, let's try that. I'm gonna.
Now, Lauren is only 5'4", so
But can I jump off her shoulder? See if I
you're
can.
gonna have to try to get that distance.
Can I try it?
Brew team might be a better suggestion because
Yeah, how tall is
Broody and I
Cedric?
are the
He's tall.
tallest.
He's like
Cedric's
6'8".
Yeah, he's like
Tall.
he's huge. Yeah.
Cedric,
He
do you
stands
mind?
up. He stands up to his full height. I should say, as you guys are looking at him, he does not look like a healthy person. The areas that are usually covered by bandages are mottled and dry looking, like he has eczema.
Eczema.
Thank you. Like he has
Words
eczema.
are hard.
Yeah, they're hard.
Words.
I can't do
Nice.
it.
English is hard.
But he walks over and nods.
I will hop up onto his shoulders
All right.
and I will
So-
try to jump the extra space and
So-
teleport up.
You've got acrobatics well under control, so I don't have to worry about a roll there. So you leap up and then trigger it, and you appear. Now this one you will have to make a dex check real
Okay.
quick. This is more just to grab as you're there, so before you just like go right back down the hole again.
Oh, she's too stressed out for
Actually,
this.
can I help?
Oof.
Watching it, can I help? Possibly. This
Help
may
her
not work.
grab.
No, I want to cast Entangle on the roof.
Oh,
Oh.
Wait a second, I've got
this
questions going on.
it's got potential. Do you need anything? I mean, it could work. I don't know if it needs anything or it just kind of.
Verbal and semantic.
Oh, ignore that.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't say like it like takes existing. It just says it just sprout from the ground. It just comes out of nowhere.
Material components? Who's she?
That's not material. It's verbal and somatic. So
Yeah, it's just verbal and somatic.
motion.
Yeah.
Yeah. As I start to see her scrambling,
Suddenly, so you're like, so when you come up,
there is a save to not get into it, but I'm just gonna I'd yell out.
Yeah.
Catal,
yeah, I
don't
guess
fight.
yes. If you want to fight it, like no, I want to fall.
No.
So you teleport up.
What are
you
the
get
leaves
up,
that
and
they
so
get
you're-
into in Harry Potter? Is that the
You
plan?
start to grab, but it's sandy, and so you're sliding, and so you're like you can't get a grip to hold yourself in there, which is what you're trying to just kind of grasp, and that way you can hold yourself because you can fit through the hole. So you're actually on the other side, but you're falling back through when vines just kind of creep out and wrap on you. So now you're kind of there, and you
Mhm.
see that you're in a
I don't know why it was a D20 roll for that.
that's that would be if you were doing it to somebody trying to save against it.
Oh, because I don't
since
actually
you, the
have
players,
a
do-
DC. I roll
Right.
for the DC. Got it.
You the players do all the rolling. So instead of me making a save, that automatically hits a static number on your person. So
Got
if
it.
you roll great, you beat it, and that's
Oh, cool. Okay.
but since she ain't fighting it, you're good. So
I mean,
you're held there, but
21.
yeah, if you wanted to fight, you had no
It might
choice.
still.
She's too stressed out to be not accepting help.
It is a sandstone cave. And you can see like there's sunlight peeking through an area, so it's open to the outdoors at some point, though it's corals and pinks and browns kind of.
So we're within
I asked you a question
within a cave.
I'm trying to ask him questions because I would know. Maybe, or is it usual for it to be off or right?
Not where you were.
Not where I was. I don't know what that means.
We're in a different location than
you're in one place the whole time. No, that would be
no. I'm just like, I have heard of these. I asked him like, have I heard of these holding cells? And like he's like, yes. And I'm just like, are they kept off from a distance into the desert because we're close to desert to make it hard? Are we going to show up in the middle?
That you would be ever
That's what I'm trying to.
Were exactly where you live
Okay.
in your entire life.
All right. So I know nothing. There you go.
About that
I can't help you.
So we're in a room.
We're in a
cave.
We are in a holding cell. That
right, but I'm trying to get a visual. Like, there's so many different ways.
It seems like like there's this. It seems like you're in this 20 by 20 box with that's apparently sitting under this cave.
So did I climb into the cave?
Yes, you're up in the cave now. The cave tunnel is above you.
Okay. And is it just like one cylinder chamber? Are there...
You see it kind of curving off in both directions.
Okay. So Catel's gonna climb out, go on hands and knees for half a second, and press her forehead against the ground, and just go... Then stick her head through. It's a cave chamber. We're in a cave.
Are there any exits?
It looks like one winding road.
Cedric, do you think you can toss one or two of us up? I don't think I can get the vines to reach too far down. I suppose they kind of are dangling down, so that should be.
Yeah.
I mean, you kind of look at the area of effect for it, and that'll kind of give you an idea about how much ground it'd be covering. 20 feet.
20-foot square, so it's basically covering the whole ceiling right now at this point.
Yeah, I'd say it's a little bit up on the top part, and then probably 15 feet. Yeah, so yeah, it's probably like maybe dangling. About 8 feet or so from where you're at. Just good jump. You can grab
6'5", Lorna's 5'4", so that's.
Cedric's 6'8".
I'm like, someone give me a foot. I'm gonna toss him up like a freaking cheerleader. Let's try this out.
The last person out. Like Lorna's probably the smallest and the lightest.
Cedric. Oh, that's what I'll say.
Run and jump, catch it. It's fine.
Dodger turns from his conversation with Cinder and goes, "I've got a way to get out. I can be last," and then turns back to have the conversation with Cinder. That while all this craziness
you're not the one
is
who can teleport, right?
We're having a chat. 1, 2. I think she can help me get out.
All right.
I'm boosting. Someone give me a foot now.
Okay, Lorna gives her a foot.
And I'm gonna kind of hang and try to catch if I need to. If anyone slips or something.
I'm cheerleadering. I'm like.
You're the bottom of the pyramid.
I'm the one
who's too far, and I know Lorna's got good skills in that area. So yeah, she grabs it, starts climbing up.
And like rub
Bellamy,
the
what are you doing?
sand off my forehead.
I need a few minutes. Well, Bellamy's going to try to finish his ritual. He felt the sand and sort of called it off for a second, but he's going to try to summon Ramil again. I don't know if he's able to, but he's going to try.
No.
How
He's
dark
not able
is it?
to.
How dark is it in this cavern?
It's not. There's sunlight coming through. Yeah, it's like so. It's almost like it's like.
Oh, I missed that part. I apologize.
Yeah, it's like cavern wall. Like not everywhere, but there's spots where it's open to the sky. Dodgy, your conversation.
Right. Yes. So while all of this shenanigans are happening, Dodger has taken Cinder over to a corner and kind of sat down and gestured for her to join him. And he kind of sits there, and the first thing he goes is, "One, are you all right? Are you okay?"
She sits down, crisscross, down in front of you.
I'm much better than you are.
I mean, fair, but are you yourself okay? Are you nervous? Are you anxious? Are you scared?
Dodger, I'm not really here.
And she vanishes.
There was like so much more in that conversation to lead to things I was going to do later.
Stop trying to be nice about it with a sword that really wants you to kill things.
I mean, when
This
you're not
is why
wrong.
we don't grab inanimate objects to speak to us. And we learned nothing.
He was in a tight spot at the time when it happened, and that was before he met all of y'all, and he was young and stupid.
He's still young and stupid.
Still young and
He's
stupid,
still
though.
young
You know,
and
it's
stupid. He's people.
He's the people.
He's
Saved his
people.
life.
People are stupid. He would know. He's people.
Who's next?
Folks, I can't talk to Ramil. Have we considered the possibility that all of us are dead?
And we could be. Let's get out of here. And I put my
I mean, I
hands
was
down
just
and I'm
talking
ready to
to Sword,
boost.
who's not here, so Jerry's out.
Bellamy, come on.
I'm coming.
I can't sense Win either. So maybe it's the same problem.
And boost Bellamy up. Bellamy's up.
I'm up.
Unless anybody's fighting, eventually everybody's first.
Yes.
It's not overly difficult to get
Yes.
to climb up there.
I'll be the last one to toss.
I think Cedric was
whoever's-
gonna. Yeah, I think Cedric was gonna last because he could just kind of jump and grab.
Yeah.
You guys
Like
can
he's
jump
tall.
together.
I think he's. I don't know how tall is Dodger. I thought he was like
5'10".
5 something. Yeah.
He's
okay.
5'10".
Yeah. So Cedric's got almost a foot on him.
Almost, yeah.
Oh, well, we're out.
But you're all out. So you come up now, and so this tunnel extends in both directions from, we'll say north south, just for the sake of a sense of where it's going. And the chamber kind of is just sitting on top of this chamber that you're in. It is well lit. Again, the walls are pink and coral and tan and browns kind of mixed together.
Does any of this look familiar, Lexi?
No.
This would look familiar to Lexi, not any regards to Qadan, but because she had to go through the lands around it, that there were sandstone caves and such in the areas around it. She had to kind of cut through. Bellamy also familiar with this type of stuff.
Okay, so I guess it does look familiar. Nope.
Whether or not it was there's holding cells on it, you have no idea. You were never in one.
I've just heard about them.
Why would they leave us here? Chained up if they thought we were dead.
No.
I don't.
They don't chain dead bodies. There's no sense.
No, there's cells.
So, we're alive.
Right, so we're not dead. Yeah.
I don't think we are. Let's just go.
We are not in the astral plane.
Is that where dead things go?
Yes.
All right. We need to find your stuff and get out of here.
Yes.
And can you do whatever that you do that you couldn't do down there?
Who are you talking to?
Could tell.
I can try. I'm going to just try to slip into my little pocket, see if I can.
Still there, that barrier.
No, there's something
Just
in
like
the way.
so, it's like you feel like it's like if you just can't seem to just break through.
There's something in the way.
Any Wheel of Time fans know exactly what I'm thinking right now. But you had to have read the books because it is not very well covered in the show.
Okay, well, let's pick a direction and at least get moving away from this.
I'll look at the sun and try to figure out which way is north, south, east, and west. Since we can see it. Any ideas where we might find civilization?
We need to find your gear before we can go anywhere. Wooden dagger included.
Yeah. But I don't think they left it just sitting around.
No.
Why would they have cells out in the middle of nowhere?
Because if we were to do what we just did, where else would we go?
We still don't know how close we are to the city.
Death by dehydration is not preferable.
Right.
Do we see like an opening to of high ground to go to look to see what's around?
Not from where you're at, where you're coming out at. I mean, are you familiar with sandstone caves?
Yeah, they usually have low, high. Yes, I'm trying to find a place where I can find a place to.
Like the one with the stalactites, right?
No,
That's
they're like,
limestone.
yeah, that's limestone.
My brain just went blank. I think where Luke Skywalker grew up.
Yes. Very. I mean, you go Google it real quick. I mean, there's tons of pictures of them, but they're.
Yes, we're stuck out in the Dune Sea.
Right.
Hunting womp rats. So, but they're very smooth.
He messed up his camera. He was laughing so hard.
Let's try this again.
Did that mess up where he's at on the camera?
Probably. I'm sorry.
No, he just shows up.
No, I think you're okay.
Well, they usually we're
they're
going
like
through.
Swirly and yes, and such. So you can kind of see glimpses of. So yeah, but you're not where you're at right now. You're gonna have to.
Well, I know we're gonna have to walk. I'm saying as soon as I can see a spot where we can maybe get up to see out to.
Okay. So Lorna picks a direction based upon what her judgment. This is the way we're gonna head, and you start making your way through there, and in short time you do get to where you see where you could get up to the top of these things. Get out of this little crevice that you're wandering through.
You just went blurry.
Who? I did?
Icon.
Oh, what just happened to me?
Yeah, you're blurry too.
I start climbing.
Why did I just go blurry?
I don't know, you were talking, you just went blurry. Oh, don't worry about it.
Can I stop my video and turn it back on and see if that fixes it?
I guess. If not, no, you should be fine. Yeah, you're still in the same spot. There you go.
You're good.
If not, I would have just slid you back over into that spot. It's all good.
Okay. So you all make it up, some much better than others because everybody's got different skills. But eventually it's not overly difficult that you make your way out and you are in this desert. Sand dunes.
Let's go.
Do we see any city off in the distance?
In one direction, you do think you see some buildings in the distance.
Like, what are the shapes of them? Because I've seen a picture of your vision of.
It's not a city-sized buildings. It's much smaller.
Okay.
It doesn't look familiar to me, does it? To Bellamy.
From here, you can't tell. It's just like little tiny little
The
things on the horizon.
Oh, okay.
Only one place to go.
We don't
Yes, we're
want to go
going.
away from civilization or we'll die of dehydration.
I'm going to test real quick, see if I can summon my spear. She doesn't say anything.
It's like, again, yeah, it's like you feel it. You know, you like, it's not like it's gone. It's just you can't seem to get to it.
Okay, so Patel just kind of doesn't say anything.
We probably see you going,
No, she would just put her hand by her side and kind of just curls her fingers into her palm and doesn't draw attention to herself or any of that.
I try one more time to reach out to Win again.
Nothing.
why do you
Again,
keep
like, you can
taking
always feel,
Win
like,
away
sense of-
from
sense
us?
Sense of presence. You don't sense a presence even. So it's not even like a no response. It's just not there.
That's distance also, right?
Yeah.
We established a certain amount of distance would make it.
Mm-hmm.
She's trying not to think about the other side of it. And then she's just going to shut her eyes for a minute and just murmur under her breath. Whichever one of you would like to lend a hand, it'd be nice. And then start walking in the direction.
The rest of you follow?
I'll say,
Yeah.
we need to head towards where I think those are buildings.
I think Bellamy will probably quickly push to the front as he seems lighter on the sand. He's able to navigate it a little better, the dunes. Listen, folks, y'all better follow me and just kind of follow my footsteps because it can get kind of crazy out here on the dunes. And he'll head up towards the civilization.
Do we need to be walking in a way that's not
Shifty.
creating a
Yeah.
pattern?
God,
a repetitious pattern.
I hope not, because we'd all be dead. I don't think we're in that part of Qadan, so.
Before we go, I can help a little bit if anyone needs something. I look around the group. Besides Cedric, which I can't do anything about, does anyone look bad? Like,
My hair's falling out from stress. No, that's about it.
I can't help with stress.
Exactly. I was like, mine's all stress.
Patel's trying to look aloof and whatever,
Yeah.
but she is she's.
Are you high stress too?
Well, there's that.
Yeah.
But in fact, I should probably be taking. Probably should have taken a little more while we were in that room. But she's actually.
DM ideas.
But yeah, I'm down. I'm only down like 9. So. But
Is
she's not
anyone
gonna
else,
say
or
something.
is it just? No, I already used that, so I can't. I think I can only do that once a day. No.
If
Cedric's
you hover
usually
over
aloof.
the tokens, you should be able to see kind of
I don't
an
have that
approximation.
token. I don't. Oh.
No,
oh,
no,
on
their
there.
tokens.
Oh.
Yeah,
I hadn't been
You
able to the last
you
time
need
I
to
looked.
heal yourself.
yeah. I put that feature in.
Also,
Yeah,
I
she's
see
not
that.
really concerned about herself,
Yeah,
so.
Catel's still
Yeah,
hurt.
I
You're
can
hurt.
see now.
Yeah.
I can see now. I
Oh,
couldn't
you're
last time I
worse
played.
than I am. Kill yourself.
But she's not going to think that way because that's not how she functions.
Well,
Haven't
Patel
caught on to
is
this yet.
Patel is hiding any sort of ailment.
So how I've got that set up too is that for the player, you can see in detail kind of where your vitality wounds are. To the other people who are not the owners of those tokens, they only see a percentage based on chunks. so they can kind of get a sense of, okay, you're about here in your health. It's not exactly accurate like it would be looking at yourself. You would see exactly where you're at. You would get a sense for, because, and basically why I did that is because that's basically kind of picking up like their body language, like, wow, you're looking like you're a little worn out, or if it's in the wounds, it's like, oh, you got a bone sticking out of your arm or something like that. But
two things. One, the way that my spells are set up right now, it's like that I can only cast all of them once a day, and it doesn't take an essence point, so I'm having to.
You should be able to hit the recharge.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Because I didn't know, because
the only one of mine that I can only use once a day is the mass heal, because that changed where I got that from. So which I already used. Okay, I'm gonna
and since you can do any of them based on how much essence and such, then I was like, then it's kind of at your discretion.
And I don't think I've used any essence. She was being really stingy with it. Oh no, she used at least one to cast Cure Wounds on herself at one point. I know that. Yeah. So she's down 2. Because Entangle cost essence, I'm assuming.
Yeah. Okay. It costs it costs more than 1 though. I think it costs 2.
Why would it cost 2?
Because it's not like that other system. It's from the Dungeon Master's Guide.
It doesn't say that, so, but that's fine. I mean, I just need to know, because
I'm looking at
I just assumed all of them cost 1, and then cantrips don't cost anything.
Yeah, cantrips cost nothing. Yep, cantrips cost nothing. It would, because it's the spell point system out of the DMG, which bases off of how much. Yeah, it's 2 points for a first level spell, 3 points for a second.
Oh, seriously?
Mm-hmm. It would be the same thing. Interesting. It would be the same thing as if you had spell slots. You would have the exact same number of spells you could cast.
Okay. Then yeah, no, she would, as she, whenever she gets a chance, hand set on. I think I have to touch for Cure Wounds, don't I? Yep.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Touch Cattell and cast Cure Wounds.
Okay. 8 points back.
And does Cure Wounds cost 2 also?
First level, yeah.
Okay. Well, in that case, I have to take 2 points for when I cast Cure Wounds on myself earlier, correct?
Like the one that is, if it's part of your
I do get one free
thing,
one.
That's free.
Oh, that's right. I get, well, no, so sorry guys.
Each one of those iterations is separate.
I get 1 free one a day of Cure Wounds and the mass healing one that heals everybody. I get 1 free of each of those, but then Cure Wounds I took as a spell, so I could continue to use it. So technically, okay.
So it's either you used it as your freebie or you used it as part of.
I would have used the one on her as her freebie earlier on, and then so 2, 4, 6. So she's down 6. Okay.
No. You should be worrying about yourself.
She's down. Well, if I keep the rest of you alive, then you'll keep me alive.
Fair.
Just keep chugging on.
Is it
chugging on?
Yeah, I was saying, is it getting closer or is it an illusion?
No, it's getting larger.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's like it all says ha ha. So you notice the buildings are getting larger as you're making your way towards it. You start to actually even make out what looks like palm trees and such out there. So it's some sort of like village or something that was built around probably an oasis or something, because it's definitely standing out. Belmy, you definitely recognize this.
Oh shit. Okay.
That's not good.
No.
Do you mumble that under your breath?
Yeah, Belmy is not chilling.
Oh no.
Belmy is the opposite of chilling.
He just turns and goes the other direction.
Hey, listen, folks, it's a mirage.
It ain't real. We go.
Psychosis.
This is not the set town we're looking for.
Yeah, I mean, we gotta get to civilization. So, we'll keep on going.
Do we see you like hesitate? Do you like say, mumble that under your breath?
You'd have to pull an insight check on that one. And see how you
Okay.
wake up on anything.
I would love to pull an insight check on that as well.
Okay, where's insight at?
It's in your skills.
And I'll just for funsies roll deception to see if you can hear me say that.
So would it be perception to hear him say that, or insight?
It'd be perception to hear him say that, insight to pick up his body language.
Yeah, I'm doing like both. I'm like, I'm not getting anything apparently.
I'm just looking at his body language.
Well, they're all making this rolls at some point during our.
Actually, no, you're off to a 5 because he rolled an 8 on his deception.
Oh, wow.
Oops.
At some point during our walk, could Lorna have torn off some of her tunic just to give to Cedric to start wrapping? Because she knows he normally wears wrappings and stuff. She doesn't care if she's in a tube top, basically. It doesn't bother her.
That's why I was like, I took off enough for his face, yeah.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
she doesn't care if she's in like a halter top at that point, whatever.
Yeah, he looks at you as you present this, then looks up at the sun. This is a desert, right?
Yep.
Looks to you and says,
You should not give me that.
I'll survive. Besides, I know it'll make you feel more comfortable. Not to mention your skin's seen a lot less sun than mine has. And I can't exactly heal you.
he pauses for a second, hand like outstretched, and then takes it, meeting your eyes, and then he looks down at his hand and begins to wrap up his left arm.
Catel's kind of behind everybody, just kind of lagging along. She's not paying attention to anybody, really. She heard Bellamy, but she's not engaging with anything that's going on.
All right. So,
how hot is it?
Very hot.
Okay.
I'm comfy.
Yeah, it feels fine.
Yeah, Dodger seems okay. Bellamy seems okay.
He could probably lose his shirt and be totally fine, Dodger, and be happy as a clam, despite how pale he actually is. He's just used to heat and is just happy with that, although very uncomfortable with the situation that they're in, but temperature-wise, totally cool.
So as you draw closer, you see that there is a wall that surrounds this village, and it's got a wooden gate that's open up. And you see as you're approaching it, you kind of see buildings inside. You don't see any people.
No gods, no people, no nothing.
Mm-mm.
Have I been here before?
Yeah.
Oh. All right, folks. Well, I don't know why there's no people here. Might not be the right time of season, but there should be some beds and maybe some dried food. At least take some rest here.
I can't access my funds, and I doubt any of you have anything on you.
No.
Close. That's it.
I'll
We can
start
offer to
looking
work.
around.
Yeah, real quick. Lorna, you or Bellamy, either one of you, you're naturey people. What time of day is it? I've kind of lost track of where the sun is. I'm not really sure where north is. What time of day is it?
Yeah, I should be able to tell.
Yeah, I was gonna say between Lorna and
It is
Bellamy, I'm
early
pretty sure.
afternoon.
Okay.
And there's no people around. It's like
Not that you can see, no.
Yeah, that's
abandoned?
weird.
It's probably not. This is one of the places that my people would stay at. One of the many places. They probably just haven't made their way here in their rotations. So I'm sure we're free to any food stuffs that are still here and good.
You've been here before?
I think I've been here many times.
And it's abandoned. when you're not?
My people are somewhat nomadic. They move between different settlements. They're trying to either dodge the beasts in the wastes, or they're just go from place to place, restocking and trading with the folks. They're probably, I don't know, somewhere else right now.
But if they build here, there's water.
They're sure.
Well, you have the
sure
palm
should be.
trees, so that's a good sign.
Right. Hey, why don't I take you over to where the water is?
I mean, we can go for a while without food, but water's more important.
Right. And I can probably go without water than most of y'all, but yeah, I'll take you over. We call this place Baville. One of the few places we stop at.
I'm going to do just a scan and see if I notice anything or anyone hiding in the crooks and crannies of this space.
Give me a perception check.
Cedric is also gonna take a look around.
Same for you.
Maybe take a sniff around.
Doing your witcher senses, sir.
Cedric,
smells
you're
hot
making my
and
blood
dry.
hunter
It
smells hot and dry.
So warm with that.
Your
Just
nose
because of
hairs
how
are
much-
singed.
Well, you never know. There might be like a rotting body, or
McCree would be proud.
like a pot of like fresh cooked curry. I don't know.
So as you're looking, you don't notice. In fact, it's like just abandoned. It's almost like it's just like a ghost town type thing. And then you hear like a noise, like the din of a crowd.
The din of a crowd.
Small, yeah.
I
Small
don't
crowd.
think
Where?
we're alone.
Towards the center of the village.
So who hears that?
Cattell, you heard it first because you were out looking for it, but ultimately passive perceptions will pick it up. Holy crap.
Does
There's
Cedric
soft-
smell it?
Cedric
definitely
smell it. That's good to say.
Cedric, you sense it as
Cedric
well.
actually knows words they're saying.
Yeah, he can smell their words.
I can smell their fear.
He can hear colors and smell their words.
I like it.
I qualify for disability.
Oh, goodness.
Tell me,
Ugh.
did you want to avoid people here?
Um,
Or do you
well,
mind?
well, yes, I was hoping to, but I feel as though my hands are tied. I'll go introduce y'all. Yeah, why don't y'all follow me?
Are you sure they're who you think they are?
No, only one way to find out.
Oh boy. We're
I'm trusting
following.
you, mate.
Yeah, Belmy will
We're following.
head out.
Catella's hanging out at the back again, very on edge.
So the way that the villages are typically set up, there's a well in the center, and that's kind of a gathering place too. Marketing place to be built out there too, and so that seems to be where the noise is coming from, which is a typical place where those would gather for news, celebrations, what have you. So as you make your way between the buildings and such, you kind of round a corner, and you see this mass group of people, all facing this raised platform. And on the platform there is a figure who's draped in black robes with like red accents on it and such, with a hood, very massive hood pulled over the head.
Catella's gonna kind of step behind a building and stop following the group.
I'm kind of with Cattell on that one. That sounds like a person of authority or a zealot. or preacher, and preachers have been down in the shades trying to convert the poor, and it's never gone down well. I don't trust it. I'm with
Yeah.
Cattell on this one.
I think it's all three, but that's okay.
Probably, but point is, I don't trust it.
Yeah, so Cattell's just going to step aside behind a building, keep an eye on everybody, but she's not been herself since before, and so she's just being extra cautious about everything. Her paranoia has gone through the roof at this point.
Yeah.
How far away are we from
Zealot
him?
Man, I'm looking for
Well, when you
like
come around
sewer
it, it's-
places and stuff like that to escape. I'm looking for outs.
Gotcha. So how far you are when you round the corner? You're about 20 yards from like the first, like the backs of the people, I guess, like where that's about 20 yards away from where you're at. You two a little bit further back, you do see what could potentially be like sewers on the street. Just so you see coverings there and such like that. But what I do need everybody to do is make a resolve.
Even
Sage.
though some of us stopped before we got close.
Yeah, this is a hearing thing.
Oh, because I've also sent you a message too.
Now
Where's-
remind me for
where
saves, is
is
that in the attributes being
Oh.
saves, or
That's what you're gonna roll, but you gotta check to see on your class to see if you're proficient in that.
I
I haven't
Oh.
built all that in there.
think
Where do
I-
we look at
Or
that?
what?
Doubt I am.
You click on your under career and origin, you'll see your class name.
And where is that?
It's underneath. It's an attribute.
Oh, it's right below. Okay, I just noticed. Okay.
Career and origin.
Oh, I am proficient.
Yes, like I know Bellamy is.
Proficient in-
I
what
can't
are-
look at my class.
I'm
don't
just
have
at this
access.
point. I'm just rolling. I have no idea.
Proficient in what?
Resolve.
Mm-hmm.
Would that just be listed in?
Yeah. So like down, if you look below armor, weapons, tools, and there's saving throws, and it says, like for me, it's agility and finesse.
I don't know what we're looking at.
Click on your class. To the left of underneath career and
Okay.
origin.
So if you go to attributes, go to career and origin, you'll see,
I see.
and then you got to click on
That's gonna be
info,
+2 to
and
my resolve.
you are not.
Oh,
You are
yeah.
not proficient in
Oh,
that.
like it, like under like cultures and backgrounds and all that
Yeah, you
stuff.
got to
Or
scroll.
Oh.
Yeah, and you'll see there. Holy cow!
yeah,
Nice.
hey.
So that's a 24 because I rolled a d4 for my proficiency,
Gotcha.
and I
okay.
got 2, so it'd be 24.
All right. So, dodge. So is everybody set?
Yeah.
Well, could tell you were fine with you didn't even need to roll. You're fine. You
I
passed.
just wanted to know.
Yeah, but you are not. Yours is intelligence and agility are your two.
No, I'm sorry, it's still 22 because I put the bonus 2. My bad, it's 22.
Okay. So Lexi failed.
I rolled a 5, so I don't think
Well, I mean-
nothing's gonna help me with that.
I rolled the same as Bellamy, so
Okay. So, I don't think Lexi's proficient in it either.
I don't know. I didn't want to try to figure out where it was at right now.
Okay.
I was trying to just keep us moving.
All right. So the black robe figure, for those who are still out there who can see this, but it's the hearing that's going to be kind of flings the hood back.
Oh shit.
There's
Sorry.
there's no head. And
No.
where the head would be is an upside down pyramid.
Holy
with
cow.
strange.
Welcome
So
back,
it-
everyone.
So is that
With
the answer
strange-
to my question?
No, you're like
Okay.
You're not in Kansas.
Okay.
At this point.
That's what I wanted to
Not in
know.
Petra anymore.
That's
Gears
what I
was not
wanted
in
to
Petra
know.
anymore.
No, we're not.
Strange symbols and such are carved into the sides of this pyramid and such, and it's you see like as it's kind of doing like a slight spin around, and it starts to emanate this voice that's in a tongue that your brains can't quite comprehend.
Oh,
Pyramid
Dodge.
starts to spin?
Ray.
You're very slow, just starts to like rotate
Ay, ay,
And-
ay.
out there, and then says this thing. So everybody who failed,
Oh dear.
I know.
oh, not bad. Okay, so 2. You take 2 stress.
Okay.
Those who made it, you're okay because you're basically just like blocked it out. Then the entire crowd, as one, turn and look directly at the group that's out there, not the 2 that are hiding and skinning around, and they're all corpses.
Oh,
That's where we'll stop.
excellent.
What?
It's
Where
okay. It's
are
okay. This
you
is a normal day.
from?
This is a normal day at Belmy's home.
It's Tuesday. Yeah.
Kill music.
Normal
is
day at Belmy's
playing.
On to me about the Feywild, and this is going on in the desert.
I don't like the desert either. Can I
I'd
find
rather
a
deal with giant
place
worms than
that's
this.
that's nice and friendly and
little cabin on the
rainbows
lake.
and unicorns?
With horse heads, or are they like horses? Because we would
No,
have
no, no.
noticed horses.
No, they're not
from
horses. They're
behind.
people. Where do horses come from?
I swear.
Doolahans.
Huh?
Lack of head. Doolahans.
I
No,
don't know.
the
You
one-
said something. They turned, and then I heard horses.
Corpse.
No,
Corpse, not
corpses.
horse.
Horses. Corpses.
They're all horse.
If they were horses,
I'm like, where did
if they were horses, Cattell would have been like,
yeah, we're in Cattell's dream.
and she would have been running.
Personally,
Aw,
I would be
Aw.
even more terrified if they were all horses and they all turned to us.
Catel's way too familiar with horses to be comfortable with that.
Yeah, if
Horses,
Pyramid Head,
no.
if Pyramid Head was
Pyramid
walking
Head.
in front of a bunch of horses, that would be terrifying.
No, Cattell would be like, I'll be
Well,
with
natural.
you.
So instead,
Nope,
like,
nope,
these
it
are
doesn't.
like centaurs
Nope.
now. Like I'm
Well. Okay.
Oh, we need
gosh.
to break the pyramid head thing.
Okay.
we have
awesome.
none
We just need
of
to
our
solve
We
his
have
stuff.
nothing.
Riddles 3, and then
I
we'll
am
be
down
safe
to
on our way.
like
Oh,
this many spells.
Lordy.
We need to leave.
I'm down to cantrips.
We need
and one
water.
spell.
We need water
We
skins
need
so
water
we don't
supplies,
die.
We need a direction to go. We don't know where we are.
Bellamy does.
Tell me, does.
He knows where we are relatively. Come on.
Lead
I'm
us,
starting to know
Bellamy.
Less and less about what's going on.
Lead us to safety, Bellamy.
I would say Bellamy too. Like all these people, they're all dressed in your people's clothing.
Oh no.
I have a couple ideas about what's going on, but it's kind
I'd
of
like to point out again, don't do real well with attacks from, the whole negative side of the energy. We're gonna do great, guys.
Oh man.
Can't we just fight a
Okay.
god or something? At least then it's radiant.
I'm going to die.
I'll give it a
Cedric
All right,
pulls out a
guys.
cigarette.
Cigar, just
Just we're all gonna die.
oh boy.
Well,
You
that
all
was
got me
fun.
messed up.
Yeah.
Like, and another cliffhanger.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yay!
This
We
is
got
gonna be
no
our life,
ans-
y'all.
We got no answers from the last cliffhanger. This is like our regular thing with cliffhangers that we get to resolve nothing.
Tell me next
No
time you think you want me
info.
to step into, your people's cult
Gave
or
you
something.
lots
Could
of
you give
info.
Lorna just a little bit of warning because I have a
What
thing to get
info?
disadvantage on those rolls.
yeah. I was frantically
resolve.
scrolling. I was frantically scrolling through my notes, like, oh, I know this guy. I know this guy, and then he pulls his hood off, and he's got a pyramid head. It's like I don't know this guy.
That
I
was
don't know
me,
this guy."
because I sent him a message. I'm like, do I recognize the robes? And he's just like, you'll need to get closer to see the body to make sure. And then it was the pyramid head. I'm like, and he's just like, nope. I'm like, okay.
Don't know that guy.
I don't know him.
I don't know pyramid head
You'll
people.
need to get closer.
It's
See
Bruce.
who it is.
Bruce!
No, it's Chad from accounting.
Right.
Well, there you go.
Or no, I'm sorry, Jeff from accounting. Chad is somebody else.
All right, everybody get in within 30 feet of me, so Aura of Courage helps you out, please.
Right.
And I don't have serendipity anymore.
I do have
Yeah,
Aura
I
of
need
Courage.
to-
I have not used it yet. So.
I have to pick my spells. I have no spells right now because I haven't had a chance to pick them. He picked.
Spell is
Oh, dear.
weaponless.
It was like he.
Question, DM. While we were in the cell and during the conversation I was having with Cinder and just kind of chilling and letting Cinder do Cinder's thing, would that be considered a short rest? You're gonna hear this a lot from me as the warlock.
I'll let you ask the question.
We'll call
but I'm
that a
gonna
short
need to
rest,
know.
just with if we count also.
Oh, I have
the,
2 spells,
yeah,
y'all.
the space before it. Yeah, we'll call that a short rest.
Does it count for anybody else? I mean, we did sort of take a nap.
Yeah, that's true. We totally had a long
You
rest
can
as
spend
we
your
were
recovery
passed
dice.
out in
Yeah, that's what I'm
chains.
Recovery
looking to
dice.
use. I'm looking to use my recovery dice.
Yeah, you got your recovery dice. You could spend that and start and heal
So
up a
I can
little.
spend all 3 of them if I want to, or how does this? I can't remember how they work exactly.
Ooh,
Up to half of them.
Yeah, I think you could spend. Hold on.
Well,
man,
I've
we
got- I've
gotta
got 3,
talk because I gotta
so-
know if I still have my
You can
other.
only spend 1.5 of them.
Alrighty.
Oh, it's a D10. So.
I'll look that up and then I'll
Okay.
send a note out to everybody. But
Cool.
let's wrap this thing. Thank you everyone for those joined us on this escapade.
Oh
As
my
we get further and further
goodness.
from Mermere.
Never
And
gonna
God.
So
make
much
it.
further.
I'm never gonna
strayed.
make it, guys.
Never
That
gonna make it.
professor is-
Never
gone.
gonna get it. Never gonna get it. Never gonna get it. Never gonna get it.
So we'll be here
Alright.
again next Monday at 7:30 Central, 5:30 Pacific, 8:30 Eastern. And if anybody in the Mountain Time Zone is, check it in. That would be 6:30 your time.
Wow, look at you.
Yeah.
He's got it.
Yeah.
Until then, we'll be answering the questions that I've got on my hands, and
And if you have questions for us, ask them in our Discord.
yeah,
Link in the chat.
Where
Yeah.
the cool
It
people
helps
are.
save some of
that's
our
right.
sanity.
You want ideas
be
on how
cool,
to
don't
how
you?
to punish them more? Feel free to put it out there.
Please
We're good.
don't.
Or
good.
possible solutions for the shite storm that we are currently in. Please help.
But until then, we look forward to seeing you all again here down by the lakeside. Have a good week.
Good
See you
night,
next Monday.
everybody. See you next
Bye.
Monday.